We're back. There we go.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, everyone. We lost you for a little bit, but we are back. So, apologies for that.
Philippine technology, eh?
That's it. So the game has started, for those of you that don't know, and it is currently 0-0. So
we always had the best chance for me, though, mate. He's always had the best chance, ran at the back and had a shot, and good save by Danny Ward in the goal. I mean, he cut in, number 7 of them, cut inside onto his right and had a low drive, and it was well saved by Danny Ward. It's been a bit of a shaky start from Leicester at the back once again. But again, with so many changes and so many lads coming into the team for fitness, it's going to take time to rebuild.
Definitely, mate. And I mean, personally, I'm excited to see Ricardo back in the team.
Yeah, definitely. And they'll come down this left-hand side, Ricardo on the right will jockey him. They'll cut inside. Under's come back and out defended. Good on Under there. Little check. That's a dive, ref. Come off it. Free kick to Zorya, about 2 yards out on the edge of the D. And Wilfred, he dived in and he's just stepped over his foot and gone down. No, very soft free kick for me there.
Feet, sorry, guys. He said, "Welcome back." Sorry about that. Apologies. Blame the boss. Blame the boss, Phil. I thought it was me at first, mate, Tom. I thought I'd pressed something, and I was like, "Oh no!"
I sat there looking at it, going, "What's going on?"
Luhansk will have a chance on goal now. You'd imagine free kick just on the edge of the area, just past the D. So we'll see what they manage to do here. I think they're arguing for it, mate. I think the Luhansk players are arguing for who's going to take this, but the number
7, I think it is. 27?
Number 27.
Noise out.
It's dreadful. They'll take it again, though.
Shot, and it'll go wide. It'll be a corner kick. I mean, he was good defending by Leicester to close the chance down after it hit the wall, so fair play there. It's a good block.
Yeah, for sure. This is would you say a 4-3-3 today, Tom?
I'd say 4-3-3. Yeah, I think if you look at that midfield, Chowdhury, Pratt, and Diddy's quite a solid formation, really. And then you got your 3 wide players or strikers or wide attacking options up front as Barnes, Under. Ball swung in. Kalichi will clear for another corner. Poor clearance for that. Kalichi had a free time to put that up the park for me.
And he's go on.
I was going to say, and then you got your front 3 of Barnes, Under, and Kalichi and Acho, who've all getting their chances again tonight. And if Under gets a free kick or a corner, let's hope he can get it past the first man, unlike Monday night against Fulham. So they'll take the corner short, they'll build it up. Under will come over to cover and we'll play it Under.
Just before you joined, mate. Just before you joined, I was saying the players that have been left at home, Casper, Vardy, Evans, was that it, or was there another one?
Casper, Vardy, Evans,
Tillemans, that's it. That's the one, yes. So, we've got some young faces on the bench. Go on.
I think it's a good decision. Good game management, good man management by Brendan. You've got players like Vardy who are getting on to 34 now who need a break. You can't expect him to rock up every single game. I know he didn't have a lot to do against Fulham or opportunities, and it was difficult for him against Fulham. But he's still 34 and he played near the full 90 minutes. Under will cut inside. He'll have a shot. It'll be deflected and it'll go to the goalie's arm. But it opened up for him nicely there for Under to have the shot from this right hand side, cutting in onto his left. It's good management for me by Brendan there because Johnny Evans has played a lot of football, a lot of international football. He's gone around the world with Northern Ireland. Same with Tillemans. Tillemans have been brilliant this season, but the last couple of games have looked tired and leggy. So giving these boys a bit of time at home. Was it 4,000 mile trip to go to play this game tonight? That's a lot for the lads if they're sitting on a plane, and even if they're just going to be on the bench. So, keeping those 4 at home will be good. Keep them fresh, ready for Sheffield United away. What will be a tricky tie? As he waves at the camera.
Who did it? I didn't know. I was just doing that. Yeah.
I don't know on Facebook, but click on the Leicester fans page because someone's put Tommy, and I can't see who you are.
Tommy. Here's a question for you, Tom. I'll answer after you. Even if we've discussed this every week, but do you think we'll buy anybody in the January window?
I think the January window for anyone's going to be difficult this year with finances that no one's been in the ground and no funds have been going into the club. So I know we can talk about the money spent in the summer window, but that was different. That was money the club already had to go and spend. and thinking that the fans would already be coming back by now. If I'm honest, I'd say the only one you go out, hopefully you can offload Soleimani. You can get yourself another striker in to challenge Vardy a little bit. Because at the moment, by Nacho, you've got no one else to do the work or do the job. So I'd say at the moment that recruitment will be looking for that striking option, and hopefully they'll be starting to talk to Johnny Evans, getting unders deal sorted for the summer, because I'd like to keep him. I've seen enough to say that he'll do a job. It's me, Reg.
It's Reg.
Oh, it's Reg. It's
Reg.
Jamie.
You just have to click the link. You have to go onto the main Leicester Fan TV, that main page, and then watch it from there, and your name will come up instead of Facebook user. Chris says bring in Giroud. I mean, mate, I've seen. To be fair, mate, it annoys me sometimes because I really rate Giroud, and I've always rated Giroud since early days at Arsenal. Obviously, he's always been in and out of teams, hasn't he? So and he does get a bit of stick. I think a part of that is now maybe to do with like the stigma around big old centre forwards. That's not how teams play anymore a lot of the time. So I love him, mate, if I'm honest. And I think, I know we've got Slimani in the squad. He won't be here for much longer, but Giroud is definitely a plan B, isn't it?
He's the plan B that we've probably been looking for in some ways, but if you only go and bring him in till the end of the season, for me going forward, you need to look at that replacement now for Vardy. Giroud's brilliant, don't get me wrong. I'd have him in the squad next season any day of the week. If you get Champions League football, you saw last night how good he was for Chelsea. But he's what now? He's into his 32, 33, so he's not getting any younger. I mean, for me, like I say, the next Vardy, or not a Vardy-like, we're never going to replace Vardy like for like. It will never happen. But, you've got to bring in that next 20-goal striker into the club to replace those goals when Vardy does start to slow down a bit and not score the goals. There'll be Leicester coming down the line with Justin. He'll come to Harvey Barnes. Go on, Barnes, take him in and whip it. He'll whip it in. Poor cross by Barnes there for me. Got to do better out wide. Soyuncu wins a header. And we'll start again at the back. Ricardo Pereira. What a great team. Ricardo! See Pereira's name on that team sheet, and even the other night for the under-21s, it was brilliant to see Ricardo getting some time. Same with Soyuncu. These players, this is what we've been crying out for this last game for me, a bit of experience. The young players have done brilliant in Justin and stuff like that, Fofana, but sometimes you've got to go back to a bit of wiser head at the back at times. And, young players are good, but they're going to make mistakes. And when you got players like Soyuncu's now into his third season, is it at the club? Second full season, and by his injury, he's been outstanding this season for me. So before he got injured, so having him back in opens it up. And what can we say? One of probably or not far off the best right back in the league is on his way back. Hopefully, he'll clip it into Iheanacho, and there you go. See straight away that vision from Ricardo to look in for the ball. I mean, for me, Nacho's got to do better there. And it was.
I thought that was a foul, to be fair, mate. I did.
He was getting. The bloke did have his arms around him, but the vision there from Pereira to see where the ball was going in, not just cut inside and pass it a little short ball. It was a clip over the top, weighted ball, perfect weight, right into his foot. So having him back makes a massive option for me. And as soon as Timmy Castagne comes back, it's even better.
Yeah, mate. I mean, obviously, look, we've not been after lockdown. Mate, I haven't even said anything. I've been slacking.
Can I call one tonight?
Go on, mate.
Leicester to win and Hamza Chowdhury to score.
Oh, really?
It's not an obvious one. It's not an obvious one.
Ricardo to score.
Okay, Ricardo to score and Leicester to win, yeah?
Yeah, if Leicester win and Ricardo scores, yeah, we'll go for that, mate. I think that's a nice way to celebrate Ricardo being back. But no, what I was going to say was, with Ricardo, obviously, after lockdown, obviously we were in terrible form, as we all know. But this season, we've done all right this season. So a part of you kind of, the players that have come in for the injured players, Tom, have kind of softened the blow with the injuries that we've had. But I mean, mate, the last time Ricardo Pereira played, a first-team game for Leicester, it was obviously that Villa game, the last game before lockdown. I was on my way back from Prague. I was in Luton Airport. I was watching on my phone. Obviously, Ricardo went down, and I was thinking, oh no, and all this. And then little did I know, we weren't going to have another game for months, 4 or 5 months. So it's ridiculous. But But yeah, I mean, it's just, I've always said, mate, well, in the last year, I think technically, I think he's our best player, technically. People would argue, Vardy and all that, but I think, I don't know, I've always thought that technically he's our best player. But I mean, it's just such a boost to have him back. And look, we're not doing justice to Soyuncu.
That's not a good sign for Leicester. Soyuncu's just pulled up on the edge of the pitch and gone down. Not what we want to see, but Soyuncu has pulled up and he's hitting the turf in frustration. What we've played 14 minutes in, he came in to cover for Morgan. He looked very uncomfortable. It wasn't the Soyuncu we've seen bombing across the back line to make a clearance and take his man on. It was got the ball, and as soon as he got the ball, he kicked it out. But again, we got all a mistake there. I mean, it was a poor pass from Didi who nearly gave Ricardo a hospital. But if you watch, Soyuncu comes running across it and he's gone. He literally takes 4 steps and he knows he's gone. He knows his injury's back and he's pulled up. Not good. Not good to see that happen. Probably be big Wes, little Wes, Philbert Fox coming on to replace him at the back for me. But
what was his injury, Tom? What was his injury?
I think it was a groin. By the looks of it, there, he was holding his groin as he went across. I think it was his calf at the beginning. But again, he doesn't look. He's annoyed and he looks very upset that he's come off the pitch already. Got him really because he's been outstanding when he's played. This season, and to literally you can see he's saying, he's holding the groin area. So let's hope he's come off early enough. But he looks very frustrated, man. Turning in the last 16 minutes of this game. And Wesley Fofana will come on in big Wes, little Fez, Philbert Fox at the back line now.
That's really good, mate. As I was just talking about injuries and all of that.
I'm always very worried when we rush players back. And considering he hadn't played an under-23 game or anything like that, what we know of, some Andy's just put out obvious one, and they'll have a chance in the box. He'll go outside the box. It'll get clipped, and it'll go out for a goal kick there.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, he wasn't, as Andy said. Obviously, he wasn't ready. It's frustrating because I do feel sometimes we've seen it last season. We rush players back, and they're suddenly injured again. Vardy did it last year after he did his butt cheeks, I call them. He hurt himself, didn't he? Against West Ham, he rushed back and he wasn't fit. In the last game and broke down. It's a tricky one. I know we need the players back, but as we're seeing tonight, that's 16 minutes in he lasted, and then how long's he out for now?
Yeah, mate. I mean, that's just. I mean, we said before the game. I said it as well. The one thing I want from this game, really, look, if we draw, mate, if we don't win, I think the best part about this game would be getting players back in. Working them in, and yeah, like you said, mate, 16 minutes in, Cags is off.
That'll be a foul, referee. Thank you. Ricardo takes a man on and wins a foul. Oh yeah. You just get that impression with tonight's game. It's we got a chance to play some of the reserves or get match fitness, and it doesn't look like Soyuncu was ready to come back. I mean, you don't know. I know it's difficult. We don't know how long he's been changing with the first team, and they thought he's ready to go, but obviously his body wasn't.
I mean, here's the question. So Soyuncu's injury, the injury that's kept him out of the game for so long, what injury was that then? Was that a calf or was it groin?
I thought it was a calf injury.
The calf.
I thought it was a calf he picked up when he was on international duty.
Right.
But obviously, when you're not training, other parts start to go weaker in your body. We've seen that time to time with hamstring injuries. You suddenly pick up a knee and actually slips onto the floor and gives the ball away.
As I like to call him. What was Ndidi's injury?
And Didi's was a hamstring injury because he was 3, was it? Injury 3, I think they say it as, or whatever it is queried as it.
And Ricardo's was ACL.
ACL was Ricardo's, knee ACL. But
the reason I'm asking was because if I see any of the other players going down holding a certain part of the body, I'm going to panic, mate. If I see Ndidi going down holding his hamstring, then that's a worry. But yeah, let's see what Tom's got to say. Tom was on the show with us. He's been on there a couple of times with us in the last week. Tom, if you want to join at half-time or full-time, go ahead. But he said it's hard to judge when a player is fully fit, as they can take really well to training and look really fit, but then putting them into any game situation is totally different. They could have given him an extra week, and this could have still happened. So, yeah. I mean, that's put a little bit of a dampener on my mood, a little bit, knowing he's injured. But
ball to Zorya on the edge of the area. He'll take the shot and fly over the crossbar. Again, Ndidi questioning his marking him. You know, for me though, when you got Ndidi and Chowdhury both playing in the middle of the park, there should be no questions who's going to be closing down. But no one closed them down, and he gets a free shot away. I mean, just fly over the crossbar. But as you say, bringing all these players back, they're not timed to play each other much, so it's going to be it is a makeshift type team in theory for some of the time. Ball to Barnes. Again, I thought Barnes being fouled, being held on, and Ndidi will win it and lose it. Zorya will come again and won it back by Big Wes Morgan. Like I say, not really much attacking threat from Leicester in this first 20 minutes into the game. Really trying to plot out what they're trying to do at the moment. I mean, we've gone to a back four for the first time in how many weeks?
I was about to say, I was going to bring that up, mate. I was going to say,
I was surprised.
It's our first one since Burnley. Our first time playing a back four since Burnley, which was the 20th of September. So that's 2 months, over 2 months.
Yeah, because Burnley was our third game into the season or so. We won 5-2, 5-3.
4-2.
4-2. Wasn't indeed Ndidi and Cags injured the same, but Cags didn't need surgery. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I thought it was hamstring for Ndidi because, like I said, that he did that against Burnley. Well, yeah, it was Burnley as well when Ndidi went out injured. Ooh, and the Pratt got taken a bit high there, but got a free kick against him.
As you can see in the comments below, guys, please like, please follow, please subscribe, whichever social media platform you are watching from. As well as that, if you are watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, help us get nearer to the 6,000. And of course, if you are able to, if you're in the position to, then please feel free to drop us a super chat, help us grow and get bigger. That would be much appreciated. But yeah, 20 odd minutes, Christopher says, and still we haven't had a shot on goal. Not good enough. Yeah, I mean, I think don't need to judge on that too much, Tom, yet. You know, it's a little bit of a different side to normal, but you know, what do you think?
It's a completely not a different team than we normally play. I mean, you got to look at it. Where for me tonight, the only thing when I looked at it was where's that creative midfield link-up play coming from? And the only one on there is Dennis Pratt. And as much as I thought I was going to do Nacho then. As much as Dennis Pratt's brilliant at winning the ball and passing the ball 5 yards and looking flicks around the corner, but he hasn't really got that, you know, vision going between linking play up between the midfield and then the widemen and the strikers. For me, he can beat a man, he can knock a ball forward, but I do worry where the creativity is coming from tonight without Tillemans or Maddison in this team.
Yeah, definitely. Fee has stolen my line, so thanks for that, Fee. On YouTube, hit the bell to find out whenever we go live, which would have been very helpful tonight, guys, because we lost our stream. The boss, Phil, accidentally ended it. And
go on, and Under will fly down the left-hand side. Sorry there to interrupt. He's running into man. Under will run. He'll cut inside. He'll roll it across the box. It's poor for me there. He's not really looked, but it'll come back after Pratt wins it. Under will keep it. Oh my God, Under. Just a simple ball. He tries the back heel and literally leaves the ball on the middle of the park for them to pick up and clear. But it was better. It was better from Leicester. It was better from Under, running at his man. But he needed to look for the simple option, and we went for the Hollywood ball. Yes,
of course. Yeah, definitely. The Hollywood ball, eh? I like that one, Tom. I like that.
Hollywood pass, Hollywood ball.
Hollywood ball. No, because Hollywood bowl. Hollywood ball. Yeah, it's a good one, that, mate. But yeah, no, it's all right, Fee. Thanks for reminding me to say that. But yeah, obviously, Under with it on the right-hand side.
Again, running at his man. Dancing feet. Holds him up. Clips it. It'll be cleared. It was better ball by Under there, though. No mucking around. Little couple of touches. And it'll be hit by Pereira, who doesn't. He'll dummies it. So goes across the mid funny because I thought he was going to pull the trigger then. He as he brought his foot down to hit it, he slid it inside to Pratt. Lovely little play, Leicester. Little one touches. Iheanacho to Barnes to Justin on the edge of the left-hand side box. Back to Chowdhury. Chowdhury will clip it to the back post. He'll come to Under. Under will keep the ball at his feet. Little pass, simple passes. That's better, Leicester. 1-2. Pratt will lose it on the edge of the area. He did get hassled out by 2 men there, but it was better for Leicester. They were looking for the little 1-2s and to open up this very, what we're going to call it, blanket defence, what they're trying to play tonight. They are going to sit deep. We know what they're going to do. They're going to sit deep and try and frustrate us. They'll still keep the ball and win the ball back. Well played, Undidi. And he'll still keep the ball, Chowdhury, and it will free up some space down this left-hand side. This last couple of minutes, though, it was just better. Unlucky by Justin trying to play a ball down the left-hand channel to Barnes, who was free and away with no one around him, but he got intercepted.
Yeah, Fee says, Fifi the cat says hi to you both. So, Fee, please clear this up. Are you Fee? Like, are you actually Fee, or have you got a different name? And Fee is just the cat Fifi. I've been wondering it for a while now. So are you Fee? Like, is your name Fee and your cat's called Fifi, or does your cat Fifi own the YouTube channel, the YouTube account? Let me know, because I've been wondering that. Here we go. Tom Maggie Wilson says, "Keep the faith, boys. We have it in the bag. Leicester boys never give up. Kiss, kiss." Well, Maggie, Leicester boys do never give up. So thanks for the comment. Keep getting your comments in. Any questions, let us know. But here is Justin.
Justin will run at his man. He'll cut inside and he'll have a shot and over the crossbar. Poor decision making there for me. It's not in anything special. He's not in trying to lace it. He's trying to bend in. He's got it horribly wrong. And for me in that position, if I'm a striker, I'll be going a bit mental at him. You know, you're up the pitch. You want to see that bit of quality. I know he's not in his position, but at least try and make something happen than just having a shot at goal from there and going over the crossbar.
Yeah, 100%. I've seen there's a few boys out there, mate. A few boys are out at Zorya. I don't know if they live there or something or what.
Have they?
Yeah,
I saw the ones when they went to Athens, and I knew a lot of the boys had gone over to Athens as well.
There were a lot, yeah. That's right.
And did he win the ball? He'll free it up. And we'll lose the ball again. Barnes will win it. Look for the pass. He'll go wide to Unde. He should have gone through the middle for me. Unde will have a shot and over the crossbar, but Howie Barnes there won it back fantastically, but he needed to literally take one touch and slide in Iheanacho there, because Iheanacho had got 2 defenders in. He was going past them for me. That's not a foul either, referee. And Diddy kicks the ball into the midfielder's foot, and then he goes down like he's been shot. He's appealing for the free kick, but it was never one. Yeah, I mean, if you look there, too many touches for Barnes there. He's got to take the quick one and undercuts in with his left foot and smashes it over the crossbar.
Yeah, I mean, there's a comment here. Stephen says, just seeing Cags off. Hope that's not serious. Think we may struggle tonight for goals. So far, Zorya have 4 chances, 4 attempts on goal. We have 3. Fee, thanks for clearing up. My full name is Fiona. Friends call me Fee. Just happens I adopted a cat, the rescue called Fifi. Well, there we go. Perfect match.
And I'll just say evening to Scott, who's watching, who's a Stokey. He's a good lad, Scotty. I'll give him his due. He's a very good goal scorer. When he used to play with the Niffy Rangers, he scored a lot of goals in the Alliance Leagues for Niffy.
Really? Fair enough, Scott. But yeah, we'll see you in the cup, mate. We'll see you in the cup. We'll see how that gets on. I think there's only one winner there, though, and it'll be us, but we'll have to see. Alan reckons, he says, so pedestrian, Tom. What are your thoughts on that comment? Yeah,
I mean, a bit like Fulham, we didn't move the ball quick enough at times, and I think that's been our biggest problem with teams who put this blanket defence in. We don't move it in Nacho with a shot and it's blocked. It was better for Nacho there. He held the ball up a lot better. Wes will knock it down the wide to Under. Under will take it into... That's better, Under. He does his man. He does a Cruyff turn, and then he rolls it straight to the defender. He does the first bit absolutely brilliantly and takes out 4 players with 1 twist and 1 turn. And where you're looking for him probably to make the next option is to cut back on himself. He slides the ball towards Iheanacho, but there isn't the pass, there isn't the room for it, and he gives the ball away. But Leicester have got the ball still with Ndidi on the edge of the area.
Keeping it as well. Love that.
Chowdhury to Ndidi. Back coming across to Big Wes.
Go on to Ricardo. Ricardo!
There's the ball. Slides it inside to Iheanacho. Will turn. He's got room around him. The ball's on for Chowdhury. He'll come back to him after he got a bit of a ricochet. And he'll get another ricochet and he'll give the ball away.
You know what, mate? I love
it.
Bambi on ice, back again.
Pratt wins it back, though. But Dennis Pratt, better from Pratt tonight so far. Didn't have a very good game against Fulham for me. Iheanacho slides it back to Barnes. Barnes will fall over in the box, but it's a slip. There's no contact.
A few of them have slipped tonight, mate. A few of them have slipped. What I would say tonight, mate, is I think we're a lot more positive with the ball. 100%. There's no doubt about that. If you're watching, say what you want about the creativity. Oh, here's Barnes. Through to Under.
Under onside. Can he finish it this time? And it's wide of the post. The right-footed shot bending across the goalkeeper, and he slides it wide on the floor. That's the best chance any of Leicester or Zorya have had tonight, and it fell to Under on his right foot after some great build-up play around the edge of the area after we nicked it back. Barnes nicks it back. He lays it into Nacho. 1-2. Back to Under with a reverse ball, and he slides it wide. Best chance of the game, and Leicester have missed it after what we now
20 minutes, 25 minutes?
25 minutes into the game. Oh, look at the turn. Just showing the turn. Yeah, Under should have scored.
Yeah, that would have been his first goal for Leicester. But as I was saying, Tom, say what you want about the chances that we're creating, all of that. We're definitely more positive with the ball tonight. Would you agree with that?
Oh, we look like we're moving it better at periods. Like then we moved the ball 1-2, 1-2, and that's what. If we want to be one of the better teams in the league, you've got to move that ball quicker. Against Fulham, against West Ham, against Villa, when we played them and lost. Every game we were very, very slow to move the ball. Under's been kicked on the ankle. He flicked it up and got booted. So it'll be a free kick to Leicester on the half line, and yes, it'll be a card to the Zorya player. He's coming to apologise. I generally think he probably was going for the ball, but I just think he was just too quick.
Hold on, Christopher. What are you on about? I've never said Under isn't. What do you mean? He's not actually that good. I've not. Oh. If you mean change my mind on Gray, then there's no chance on Gray, mate. Gray is shock. Well, he's not. I won't be hot. He's not shocking. He's a professional footballer. Is Gray good enough to play for Leicester City? No, not at all. The difference between Under and Gray is that Gray's had 5 years to try and show some development. Under's had 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it is, right? So, no, I'm not going to admit anything about Under because we're 2 months in. Whereas Gray, we're 5 years in. So, yeah, just to clear that up.
5.5 years.
5.5, whatever it is.
If he leaves a football club at the time, it'll be 5.5 years, and he's done nothing in 5.5 years. So when people go on about Gray now, I'm like, it's obvious that he's fell out with Brendan because Brendan doesn't even put him on the team to come tonight, and he's picked, Isabella, he's picked a few of the academy lads to come out tonight and be on the bench, and Demario Gray can't even get on it. So, fired across the box by Justin. It was great play, ducked in and out, and next bit put a ball across the box. And if the Zorya miss it, there's Nacho to tap it in at the back post.
Yeah.
There we go. That there, the comment what Jono's just put on there. That's the bit what people knew the difference between Gray and Under. How many assists has Under done so far already to Vardy? I mean, that assist against Arsenal was absolutely sublime to put the ball first time in, and as it sat up on the half volley, and then the audacious chippy against Leeds is even better. That's for me where the difference lies. Someone who can create something for Vardy, where it's all right beating your man all ends up 4 or 5 times and then smashing it across the box and nothing happens, but end product counts in this football. Yeah,
I am waiting for a weekly cameo from Reece Taylor. So we'll have to wait for that. We'll get a nice Gray cut in. But yeah, here's one from John. Gray always looks miserable, and look, this is what I mean, Tom. Right, Leicester Fan TV is not a Gray slating channel. We don't just sit here all the time. It's when it's mentioned, right? When someone mentions Gray and wants to try and change our opinions on him, that's when we'll talk about Gray. We don't just sit here all the time.
I don't want to be honest with you, man. Like I said to you, we have a private chat for the show and the host, and like I said the other night, I don't really Long shot comes in. Great save, Danny Ward. The ball was bending away. It was shot from the edge of the area on his left foot from Zorya. It was flying towards the bottom corner, and Danny Ward with a comfortable save, but very good save as it came through a load of bodies.
Yeah, Maggie. I come from Middlesbrough, but Leicester is where I live. I'm sat with my Leicester top on. Good on you, Maggie. You tell them, mate.
Great save. Great save.
Yeah, good save that from Ward.
Bodies. Boom. Great save.
Yeah, so what are we? 35 minutes in as Lahantz get his corner in, and it goes wide for a Leicester goal kick. But what were we saying about Gray, mate?
I'm just bored of it now, if I'm honest. All these silly comments about Gray. Not, I don't want to sit here and talk about the kid anymore. He's had his opportunity. It hasn't worked, and he's going to, he needs a chance. He needs a chance. And then all you seem to get replies, 15 minutes, 20 minutes isn't a chance. But it's when he's had those 15 minutes done well and then gets a start in the next game, and then next minute he's being taken off at 60 minutes because he's done nothing except for cutting from the left-hand side and ping one over the crossbar, because that's how it goes normally.
Yeah, there's just another comment, a follow-up comment from Christopher. So he says, "Is the Gray under scenario the same as Nacho Perez?" Now, I just want to have my say on that. I think the difference between the Gray and Nacho and Perez is Perez isn't a winger, right? Perez is a number 10, or I would probably say he's probably better up front. He's probably
great
better
ball
as a
by
striker.
Under. That's why Under is a lovely slide ball, just waited enough, clip to the back post, coming in Barnes. It'll be a free kick because he pushed him in the back, but it was better from under there. Yeah,
Perez is a number 10 or a number 8 even, or even a number 9. But over a winger, I would say he's more of them than a winger, right? So that is why Perez is a completely different situation. If Perez spent 4 years, or let's even just say 2 or 3 years as a number 10, and he was dreadful, and he didn't show any signs of development, or he didn't offer anything, then I would say the same thing. Yeah, Perez, mate, off you go. You're not good enough, right? But when he has played in the middle, I feel that he has shown glimpses of being a much better player. Tom, against Braga when he came on, I thought he was much better. And
West Ham away last year.
Yeah,
he started the game there behind Nacho. He set both goals up, one for Gray and one for Nacho, where he headed it back across the box, playing as a 10 because that's his natural position, or a striker. That's where he's good at.
Yeah, and Nacho, we've only got. Sorry. Do you know what I'm laughing at?
Yeah, I know what you're laughing.
Sorry, guys. Anyway, Nacho. Yeah, I mean, who else have we got to put in? I mean, Brendan don't want Slimani, so that's why he's never playing. So if we've not got Slimani in the squad, then Nacho is the only other option. With Gray, we've got Under, we've got Albrighton, we've got Barnes. They can all play over Gray. With Nacho, who else can play? No one. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not getting on it. I'm not trying to have a go at you, Chris. I'm just obviously replying to what you said. I think Tom pretty much agrees with me as well. We don't hate Gray. We're not out here to slate Gray. It's just when someone brings it up, we will of course comment, because that's why you comment, so we can discuss it. But anyway,
Gray's getting more mention than other City players.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, Alan. Sometimes we just can't help it when people try, because it feels like people are having a go. Like we didn't even mention it anymore, Tom, until someone then has a go at us for slating Gray. So,
well, we won't talk about Gray. That means banned now from it here. And if the other person pops up a bet,
it'll be banned.
I'll ban him as well.
Chris says Andy King watching our match with Sky.
I've got to say, you haven't missed anything, by the way.
Gillette. Yeah. Cheers, Jono. We're not going to get your comment up on screen, mate, because Gray is now banned. And CK. Thanks, CK. But CK, I'm not going to put your comment on screen, but what you said there is spot on. Perfect.
So 38 minutes in, 6 7 minutes to go to half time. I'd say the best chance of the game fell to Under in about the 30th minute, and he slid it. Nacho with the ball down the left to Barnes. Barnes who will try and hold it up. He'll run at his man. He's going to cut inside it, and he'll have a shot and it'll roll wide.
Yeah. 0-0. 40 minutes.
0-0. Yeah, it's been, I wouldn't even say a cages affair, just a very no one seems to hold the ball long enough to create anything, if I'm honest here. And it's AC Milan 2, Celtic 2. Celtic actually turning up tonight for a change. Oh dear, Chris.
Yeah. Chris Sutton, eh? He'll be. What did he say the other night? Nowhere to. No, Neil Lennon can't continue this or something.
Yeah, nowhere for Lennon to go now. Time's up or something. Yeah. I listened to 606 on the Saturday after they lost to Ross County, was it, in the Cup? And
yeah.
Fans were protesting outside the ground. Disgraceful scenes, if I'm honest. 3 police officers injured in the aftermath of that game, and that's just ridiculous, really. In modern day football, there's no need for scenes like it. I understand your frustration. You're Celtic. You're in contention to win 10 league titles in a row, and obviously it's not going your way. Steven Gerrard's doing a fantastic job, but all remember, Steve, Gerrard could slip up. We've seen it before. Things have happened in the past with Steven and slipping, so let's not get carried away when he's winning the league. But let's just give the map. The abuse Lennon's got is quite bad, really, because in the amount of league titles he's won as a player and a manager for Celtic. But hey, I can see why Brendan Rodgers wanted to go out of that football club and come to Leicester reserve team. You know what I mean?
Leicester reserves, mate. Leicester reserves, as Ross kindly replayed to us last week.
Sorry, John.
Oh, look at Ricardo, mate. It's that, I don't know, mate. There's just some talking of sexy. Ricardo Pereira running up that right winger. That is sexy.
Is that your man crush?
Mate, he is my Leicester man crush, 100%. Yeah, definitely. I love him. I love Ricardo Pereira. But, nicely done there by Pratt. Challenge late there. I don't see the word grey mentioned there, so I'm going to quick show it. Christopher says, just set the record straight, not having to go, as you said in the past, the channel's all about opinions. You have to remember, without us 30-odd fans, this channel wouldn't run. I enjoy listening and watching you guys be on mini Brendan Rodgers. I don't think this is FIFA. Just we all have our ideas on how the team should look and we should play. But yeah, that's it, guys. Just get your opinions in, of course. We discussed them. We're not having a go. We just say our opinion as you say yours. Stephen the Wet Floor signed Gerrard.
See, I like that. I think on his day he can be a world beater, but he doesn't do it enough. That's my only concern. I do agree. I think he could do a job for Leicester, and I think on his day he can be unplayable, but I don't see enough of those days. I mean, the Champions League game when he's come on and scored, he showed his true, how good a player he is, and he saw that against Barcelona when he scored that audacious, first time shot from the corner. And he can be a good player, but is he the question I'd say back there, is he the replacement for Vardy in the way we play? And I don't think he would fit into the way we play at the moment, that passing football and high press, because you're not going to get a high press out of him.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, over Nacho, Tom, would you have him over Nacho, Origi?
I think Origi over Nacho is I think you would. I mean, yeah. Do you think you would do that automatically? I don't get me wrong. I think Nacho on his day he can be a very good player, but again, he isn't the Vardy option. He likes a good play child who wins it back. Under will come at the defence. He'll cut it into.
Maggie says, "Do you think we have a chance?" Yes, I think we have a chance here. I think we can get the win here.
I will say that it's very poor for Blunder. Then he's got one-on-one with this man. And
now Lahanska through.
The hands are through.
Oh, Wes.
Big Wes, little Wes, Philbert Fox cover up and clear the ball completely. But again, if going back to the under movement at the front, we win the ball back and we slide in under. And for me, he's got to do better. He's either got to take his man on and have a shot, but he tries to roll the ball around the centre half to Iheanacho at the back post, and it just doesn't get there. It just slides very, very slowly to the defender foot.
Yeah. Don't you just love a Thursday night, Tom? Thursday night watch along, classic.
I ain't had a drink tonight. That makes it worse.
Yeah, mate, go and get one.
I can't.
Lahans will get a corner in here. 43 minutes in, I'll have a chance.
I'm driving to Liverpool in the morning, mate. So no.
Oh, are you? Grim.
Nice 3-hour drive from Redditch up there with the trailer on, and then back again.
Cheers, Christopher Gutridge, for that comment. Appreciate that, mate. And you, Maggie. But yeah, Nacho. yeah, I don't know what to say really. Ricardo's been fouled there. Yeah.
Do you know what? There's that comment there from John.
John, yeah.
Nacho has been another player that has been around for a while, not really achieved much and very expensive. Yeah, I mean, for 25 million we paid for him. I bet he's on 40, 50k.
Yeah. No substitution yet, Keith. No substitution yet.
Read the Facebook, he's mentioned Cags. Well, at the moment, well, I'd say I don't think we'll know what's happened till after the whistle, the full time, and see what Brendan has to say. And I think we won't probably know much till his press conference on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know Jamie or Phil, whoever's put that comment. I'm not too sure. Don't know who. Good sport. Big fan, I heard Maggie is. So cheers for not just Maggie, for everyone. You know, Keith, Jono. Okay, all of you getting your comments in. Appreciate it. Keep getting those comments in, and yeah, Wales to England.
Bye-bye.
I was Wales to England. I was born in Wales and moved to England. So, but yeah, I'm not sure what you're on about in that comment, mate. So, not got time for that. Oh, here we go, Tom. Is this what I think it is?
Yep.
Timeout or block?
I'm not even looking around, mate. I'll do it straight away. Don't worry about it, mate. I'm already on them.
But yes, so 0-0. We're just about to go into half time, so the whistle will be blown in just a moment. Chris says, "Go get Olivier Giroud as a target man. The style of play is getting unpredictable. Is getting predictable." Yeah. Freddie says, "What about Michy Batshuayi as a backup? Not a bad shout, mate. Not a bad shout."
I was going to mention, man, he's been doing all right at Crystal Palace. He's scored a few goals this season, but generally, you know, he's done enough at Chelsea as well when he played. He's not playing. Yeah, I've done loads, mate. Don't worry. Just one of those nights, folks, where for some reason we get targeted by a YouTube channel and they've got nothing better to do than pop onto live streams like ourselves or Lee's and then start bombarding with different messages. So don't worry if we go quiet. We're just trying to get the messages gone before it goes mental in the chat so you can still chat about football.
Yeah, Phil, there's a few dodgy comments popping up, mate.
Just ignore them, chaps, and we'll carry on. I'll let you two have a break. Thanks a lot for that first half.
Thanks, guys.
Well,
cheers,
guys.
Half time.
Yeah,
Cheers.
We'll see you after your break. Brilliant for Tom and Lots there doing the half-time stuff with me. Get your views in there. Let us know what you thought about that first half. Pretty tough. Obviously, I think the big talking point, or one of them, is obviously Kaglar Soyuncu going off injured after just the first 15 minutes. What a shame. Keith says Soyuncu's groin is a massive blow. Well, that's what happened. I mean, if it is his groin, it looked like it was nothing else. He didn't get touched, did he, Keith? Years ago, I did my groin strain playing pretty crap Sunday League football. I came back too quickly a couple of times. You just have to rest it. You really just have to rest it until you're ready, and then you just have to give it a try. It's obviously not worked for him. Karen, hi Karen, watching out in the States, saying keep the faith. David says, hi guys from Ireland, Fox in Sligo. Yeah, hi David, how are you? Great listening to you and great banter. That's Locks and Tom giving us the watch along. Thanks for all that. Hamza's bossing the midfield, says Ajman. Want to know what your views are there. If Nacho worries more about how he was playing like he loaned when he was booked, he'd be having a good game. We've picked up a couple of soft bookings there. Ricardo Pereira and Nacho, nothing types of things in there at all. Surprising about that. Chris Butterley is watching. Chris, what do you think to the match so far? Let me know. Sean, just tell me what you think, Sean. I'll pop it up on screen. Fee saying thanks for blocking the comments. We are trying, Fee. There's obviously some strange ones in there. Santosh says, Cag's injury. Yeah, it's before the match kicked off, Santosh. This is exactly what we said. What we don't want to have is an injury to one of the three returning players. So it was really a shame to be pulling that in there. Callum saying Under on the showboat, awesome player, annoying about Soyuncu. I've enjoyed watching Under. We were just chatting I was chatting in my house watching him. I said he reminds me when I watch him a little bit of Anthony Knockhart. From the camera angle, you see, it does remind me of Anthony Knockhart, and it's nice to see Under taking on players, and he is always looking for that attacking move. What do you think to Under's game today? Ian saying there's not been much end product. We're just shooting from 30 yards. Ejman is saying Under's distribution is hilarious. He's got a natural eye-catching skills. Patrick, it was you said this before, wasn't it? Patrick, it was, wasn't it? Said before the game. I'm sure you don't want to come back and say I told you so, but Patrick did say in our pre-match show with Jamie, he said, is it wise to be rushing players back in a cold environment? Again, a groin strain, yeah, definitely needs a good warm-up. Santosh is saying Under's trying too hard, going for glory. Nick says Ndidi and Ricardo looking good. Unfortunately, Nacho looking like a duck out of water. Bit harsh, maybe, Nick? What do you think to that? Saying his movement's non-existent at the moment and he pulls out of everything. LCFC Matt from the UK on YouTube saying Rodgers' plan will be quick passing. Wes got away with that one there. Sam, do you think that was? I've only seen it briefly on the replay. I thought it was all right, but you think Wes got away with that tackle? Could have been a penalty. They certainly looked for it. Yes, CK. What did I say when Cags went down? I was like, oh, great. I thought of your comment. Absolutely, we'd said it in the pre-match stuff. Just wanting no injuries to the players who are coming back, but. Kieran says, do you think Leicester will win? I do. I think we probably will win this, but I think we need to win it. I'd like us to win it after the Fulham game, the Liverpool game and the Braga game. I'd like to see us win this one. It's one we probably should win. In the end, a draw will do us, probably keep us there. Patrick saying there's not much creativity in the midfield or strikers. We did say this. We said if you're playing Hamza, if you're playing Ndidi, if you're playing Dennis Pratt, that's three that like to sit deep and be defensive. So where is the attacking coming from? I think Under's looked all right myself. Barnes had a few touches. Not created too much, have we? Andy's saying Ward hasn't let us down. He's not had too much to do, has he? Freezing cold, hardly ideal, says Maxine. And a long plane flight for the first game back for injured players. I hear you. We did say Ukraine's a long way to go for injured players to give them the first one, but Chris is saying, how about giving some of the kids this 45 minutes? What's the worst that can happen? I suppose, Chris, I guess the worst that can happen is we lose a game where really it'd be great to qualify top of this group, get us potentially a slightly easier draw in the next round. LCFC Matt from UK says, Ricardo Pereira's yellow. Yeah, again, I would say Nacho's yellow. There was a bit of looking round, but that was to see where the player was and a bit of like, I'm jumping for the ball. I thought both were harsh for there. Lee saying get Maddison on. I guess that brings us on to one of the things in the half-time. Obviously, we want you to comment your views, but we sort of want you at half-time to say, what should Brendan do next? What would you do if you were in Brendan Rodgers' shoes at half-time? What would you do? I'm not sure if Jamie's trying to join us. Jamie, are you there? He seems like he's having Wi-Fi troubles out in the old Alcudia. Two good saves from Ward, says Michael. Yeah, good point. Couple there. LCFC Mattock says Brendan 4-2-4 formation. Ref has been rubbish. The yellow. Yes, I agree. I don't think the ref's been that great on it. LCFC Mattock. I'm going to copy the link. I'll pop it in the post. If you do want to come on and tell us your views, feel free to join. There is the link. It is in there. We've not got long till the second half continues, but if you want to join, I've put the link on there, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or on Periscope and Twitter. Chris is saying I would get Barnes off and rest him. Patrick is saying gone till the new year. Do you reckon that Patrick is talking about, obviously, Soyuncu? Let's quickly get on. I've had a few people click on. Let's quickly add Tom in. So, Tom, thanks for joining us, Tom. Can you hear me all right, Tom?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Tom, what do you make to that first half? And obviously Soyuncu is the big talking point.
I think Soyuncu it's an interesting situation because even though it's a cold environment, they will have a sports science team who are there to help them warm up properly and train properly. And people going, "Oh, we brought him back way too early." From a sports science standpoint that the club will have taken, you can take perfectly to 4-5 weeks of training and then look at them and go, "Yeah, he's ready to play." You put him into a game and he plays well. But then you can have a player who's done 6 months of training and you go, he's not played a match for 6 months. We've given him a few just training sessions and like matches and training. And you go, right, you've had 6 months off. We're going to put you in a match. And the first ball he gets, he's warmed up properly and he goes and gets injured. And it's just at times it comes down to the type of player, how his body's built. So it's a bad thing he's got injured, but it can't be helped at times. The club have probably done everything they can to keep him safe, but it just happens.
If it is his groin again, which we're all suspecting it is, that's him out for another 3, maybe 2, 3, 4 months.
Oh yeah, depends how deep it is, where in the groin, and just the severity of it. So hopefully, touch wood, it's nothing serious, is it?
Brilliant, Tom. Thanks for joining us. Got lots of fans coming in. Do come and join us at the aftermatch as well.
Well done.
Cheers, Tom. Let's get an LCFC Matt from the UK. Hi, mate. How are you? I can't hear you. Sorry, mate. You can't hear you, so I'm going to have to let you go. Sorry, pal. Like to get as many in. Jay, hopefully Jay's there. Jay Cook. How are you, pal?
I'm all right.
What? You were quite confident before the match, weren't you, Jay?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm still confident, but I think Under needs to work on his passing and dragging the ball back. I do like players like Under. It reminds me of Knockout. Yeah.
The fact that they are greedy. You know what they want to do. They've got a vision, which is I get the ball, I want to turn, I want to create something. It can be frustrating at times, though, can't it, Jay?
Yeah, it can. Because you see Nacho in good positions, Barnes in good positions. He's on the ball. He's just taking shots from 30 yards or going back with the ball into their defender.
Jay, do you think we can go on to win this?
Oh, 100%. I've not got a doubt we're going to lose, but obviously the unfortunate situation with Soyuncu, which is how he's done his groin, and again, hopefully not. But it's a risk that the club has taken. You always have that mindset of a player's coming back from injury, and you always have that mindset of someone's going to get an injury again.
Brilliant, Jay. Come and join us at the end again. Thank you for coming on. Let's get in Chris, who's been waiting. Chris, how are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
I think Soyuncu has injured his groin. He definitely has, because he pulled up. You don't pull up he might have just tweaked it, but I think that's the big talking point.
It is, but then again, we've seen Vardy in this situation a few times where we think it's the groin, and but then it's actually not as bad as we thought it was. So I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed that it's the same here. A lot of fans, I think, were a bit too confident, Chris, before the kickoff about this is going to be 2, 3, 4. It's the Ukraine. It's a long way away. There's no crowd, but it's still quite an intimidating place to go and play. We're still in it at half time. What would you do if you were Brendan? Keep things the way they are at the moment, because I wouldn't say we've been bad. I just say we potentially. I love Under. I seriously love Under. I really want him to score today. I really do. But I know that he needs to stop worrying about trying to show off and just score. He's trying his best to do a fantasy goal, and he needs to stop doing that.
Jack, I just said briefly, I think it was to Jay, I like Under. He reminds me of Knockout. But Chris is right. He is trying. He is a greedy player at times, and he is trying a lot. But it's a luxury today to have that player. What do you think to Under's performance so far?
Yeah, Under's good. He's very skillful. He reminds me of the modern day Anthony Knockout when Anthony Knockout used to play for Leicester. So
I agree.
We've not really threatened Zorya as much as we'd like, to be fair, but hopefully they tie a second half and then we can create more and get at least a goal.
Sean is waiting. Sean, I will get you on very briefly before the second half. Chris, just before we let you go, Andy says take Nacho off and bring Perez on. What's your thoughts?
Maybe later, not at half time.
But maybe bring Perez on?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say bring Perez on, but I'd say more 65th, 70th minute. I wouldn't say at half time.
No, I would agree. I don't think there's any need to change much at half time. Chris, thanks for joining us. We'll let you go.
All right.
See you later. Cheers, pal. Jack, Nacho getting a bit of stick at half time. Justified?
Well, I won't say any player's really done much apart from Under. I think Hamza Chowdhury's had a good game. Wilf and Ricardo are just coming back from injury, so they're going to take time to bed in again to get back up to full speed. It's just a shame Cags is injured, isn't it? Maybe it's a reoccurrence. We're not sure. So could he be out till next year? We'll see after today's game and see what Brendan says.
There's every chance it could be till the new year at least, Jack. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later, Jack.
Okay, see you in a bit, Phil.
All right. I want to briefly get Sean in because he's been waiting patiently. Sean, how are you, mate?
I find you.
Yeah, good. Thanks, Sean, for joining us. We've not got long till the second half kicks off, Sean. What do you reckon so far? Have you been enjoying it?
Yeah, I've been watching a game, but I do think Under nearly scored, but I think we must keep him on.
Yeah, you're enjoying. I'm enjoying watching Under, but he does try quite a lot of flicks and tricks, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Do you feel we're going to go on and win, Sean, this game?
I think so. Yeah. I think Oton Madison, Wes, and Luke Thomas.
Brilliant, Sean. Thanks. Quick score prediction, second half. What do you think the score will be?
I think it might be 4-1.
I'm watching that game with you, Sean. See you later, mate. Thanks for joining us as ever. Cheers, pal. See you, Sean.
Cheers.
Thanks, Sean, for joining us. I think Locks and Tom, are you ready to jump back in? Locks is, here he comes. Here comes Tom. Second half, is it just about to kick off, lads?
Just kicked off, mate.
Well, see you later. I'm coming back at full time.
Don't hit
Enjoy
the
second
wrong
half.
this time.
Yeah, that was me. That was me. See you later.
See you, mate.
Cheers, mate. So Tom, second half, we are ready for the second half. Tom Wyatt, just to let you know, I don't know if you've been on yet, but it's just your mic on, not your cam. So if you want to jump on, just try and connect your camera. Oh, he's gone. Never mind. I think he might have already been on anyway. But yeah, Tom, at half time, I had a really nice message sent to me on Facebook from Alan Wileman, who has been watching, and he sent me a very funny comment. I do rate this, Tom. Are you ready for this? He said, Lox. Actually, he called me Loxy. I haven't been called that for a while. He says, Loxy, if you are slating grey, just remember the fact that slate is grey.
Now that is a good one. There was one sub at half time. Luke Thomas has come on into the left back position. Ricardo Pereira has gone off, and James Justin had gone onto the right hand side. Well, do you know what? Fair play to him. The last 45 minutes is good enough for me in a more competitive game. I know he played 60 minutes for the under 23, but let's not rush him too much, and let's hope he's fit and ready to go for Sheffield United now on Saturday.
Yeah, indeed he's still on. Yeah, he's the only one left of the three that are still on.
Yeah, under him. Fafana will win it. He'll come forward. He'll slow down. He won't get involved in the attack. That's better for Fafana. Do your job at the back first. Under has the ball. He'll look wide to Justin. Simple ball. That's better, Leicester. Move the ball around. A bit more pace. Tucks in. Barnes! Oh! Goalie saves it. It was whipped in by Under towards the near post with his left foot. Barnes comes charging and flicks a foot out, and he just goes through to the keeper. Any touch from Barnes, and that's 1-0 for me.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Yeah. Well, let's get some of the comments on. Fee says, "Come on, Leicester, you can do this." Andrew says, "Ricardo's been taken off." There we go. As it says here, obviously Thomas on Ricardo
played by
Pereira
Pratt
off.
under with the 1-2 down the right hand side. Under will keep it on this light. Simple ball there. That's the simple ball. Looks up Pratt into the centre. Go wide again. Justin. He'll come across to the left hand side. Thomas is free on this left hand side. He'll take a touch. He'll cut inside again.
Ooh.
He'll shoot and over the crossbar on his right foot. But good little play by Luke Thomas there. Picked the ball up on the wide right, cut inside, chopped it back onto his right foot and had a shot. But a lot better first few minutes in the second half for Leicester, moving the ball a lot quicker. And I think Rodgers' message would have been move the ball quicker. Try and make things happen at the first half. We didn't move it quick enough. Zorya playing out go long.
Yeah. For free kick, is that? Yeah. As it says here, please like, follow, and subscribe whichever social media platform you are watching on. Please click the like button on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. Please click the subscribe button on YouTube to get us nearer to that 6K. And of course, if you are able to, please, if you can, give us a super chat and help us grow. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Justin with a nice little, I don't know what that's called anymore, a little roulette or whatever they call it. But yeah, just I think, mate, I was listening to the analysis at halftime. They were saying there were moments, just as Lahantz, there we go. There were moments when Ricardo would normally kind of bomb up the field, but Danny Simpson did say in the analysis that he thinks that will be instructions from the manager and the physio to maybe not do that as much as he would because of obviously his injury. Oh, definitely. Like you say, there's no point. One big charge at the middle, down that right hand side, and overdoes it, and he, pops his knee, or his ACL goes again because he's overdone it. I think it's clever, and you'll see that Pepe Mende and Christian Fuchs are both talking to Brendan's and getting more up. I forgot again, Fee. Apologies. As Fee said, click the bell, put it on YouTube. Oh, good tackle there from Justin. Well played, Justin. The ball won't go out, but he held him up there, and it was great play by Justin. He'll jockey his man on this left-hand side. He'll get whipped in. Free header off the crossbar. Free header from Zorya from all of 15 yards out, and he crushes it across the crossbar. But they came down the left-hand side. Justin slides in and gets the challenge in, pushes it towards the corner flag, but he still keeps it. He cuts back in onto his right and pings it across the box. And for me there, nobody was tracking the run of the midfielder from the edge of the area, and he has a free header of, say, 50 yards out, and it's the crossbar. Danny Ward all beaten up for me there. He had no chance. Don't think many keepers would have a chance there, mate, if that was going on target. Chris says we need to win. Leicester under there. Chris says Braga are winning 3-1. They're playing Athens, mate. Yeah. Yeah. So we're on 11. They're on 10 points now. We're on 11. They're on 10. So yeah, a draw will do it, and then to finish first, of course, this is a draw will do it, and then we win next week. Thursday against Athens, 8 o'clock kickoff. So, but yeah. Zab says lucky. I'm guessing you're talking about the header there. Obviously, it did hit the crossbar. Fee correcting us all. Fee is tonight. Yes, hit the bell button so that you're notified whenever we go live. Morgan wins it back, but the ball will go back to Zorya in our half. And again, we started off well, but we've gone a bit sloppy with the passes the last couple of minutes. But I still think we'll get that one chance. We're not, for me, bar the unders one-on-one, there's still more to come from this team. There's enough quality out there. Unlucky, Iheanacho with the long ball, tried to flick it to Barnes. If he gets it right, Barnes is free and running towards the goalkeeper there. He just couldn't get enough of the connection on his header to get towards Barnes. Fee says, oh my God, my Uber Eats order is going in the wrong direction. They're the problems I have all the time, Fee. Let us know what you're watching the game. What are you going to eat while you watch the game? What have you ordered? What are you having? What place have we had it from? What would you normally do, Tom, if you weren't doing a watch along and you wanted a takeaway for the footy and Europa League night? What would you go for? I'd be Chinese every day, mate. Love good Chinese. Really? Chinese or a pizza, mate. For me, I've got to say that I've got in the cooker. Has been in there since 7 o'clock. There's a slow chicken tikka masala in the slow cooker. It's still cooking. Chicken tikka masala. There we go. Andy says, who is the goal scorer now? Ricky P has gone off. No one, mate. No one. Ricky P. Sorry. He's gone off. I'm keeping the hair. Fee says she's having a KFC. Oh, not a bad shout. Yeah. They've got that new gravy burger out, which is just chicken with gravy.
Best gravy in the world.
Yes. I would go for, mate. I'm partial to an Indian. I like a good, like you said, chicken tikka masala or a balti, tandoori chicken. Luhansk on the attack here. They'll play it wide to the number 22 because I don't know his name. They'll whip a ball in.
Another header.
Back post.
Back post. Cuts it back. Little Cruyff turn. Getting blocked out here. Free header. Oh, all over his head. Leicester got lucky there. Cleared by Fofana at the back post. Another ball will come in again. It'll get deflected and it'll run into the... Oh, it'll be a free kick. He's come off his own by the looks of it. The referee's saying... Pratt turned his back. I thought he had just hit him on the back. He was running into the goalie's arms, Danny Ward. But by the referee's judge, his hands are up around his face. It has clutter his hands. It'll be a free kick on the edge of the area in line with the 18-yard line.
It's not nice weather there, mate, is it? To have a ball in your face, eh? Bit cold.
Answer me a question, Locks. Are you a short T-shirt like under with gloves on? Tell me the beneficiary wearing a short Leicester shirt with gloves.
Has he got an underwarmer on though? No, he hasn't.
No. I don't get it. Players that wear the short-sleeved version of the Leicester kit with gloves.
Luke Thomas as well, mate. Luke Thomas hasn't got one. He's got short sleeves.
Yeah. I don't get it. Oh, good defending there, but the back post by Ndidi wins the flick. Was it flick or Stefano and Ndidi both at the back post? We'll see on the replay. It was gone to the back post, and it was Fofana's head onto Ndidi's head, and then off to the corner.
Yeah, mate. No, I'm short sleeves, short shorts. No. Was it Carlos Tevez who used to wear a scarf? Oh God! I mean, mate, would you rather play in -3 degrees or would you rather play in 30-degree heat? I think I'd rather the -3 degrees, mate, personally.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Cold Sunday morning football.
Yes.
Frosty pitch.
Yeah.
Whenever the corner be swimming in chips tonight.
Here we go. Is the corner from? Is that number 80? Number 80.
Number 80. Hans will swing this one in, and it'll be all the way through. Long shot. Leicester, long shot coming in. It will fly wildly over the crossbar. Magic Mendy will come on the pitch, and I'd say that will be the end of the night for Ndidi. Can't see who else will be coming off at 55 minutes into a game on his return.
Yes, it's Ndidi.
Ndidi, yeah. And Wes Morgan will come off as well, and Christian Fuchs will come on.
Marcin would never have worn gloves. No chance. Marcin Vasilevsky. Blimmin' hell. But yeah.
Christian Fuchs will take the armband.
Oh, yes. Andy says you have to have this replacement. No, I don't. I can't. You don't get to, if you had a bet on with Paddy Power, Vardy to score first, you can't change it, can you, halfway through? But yes. Anyway, on from the food, because you're making me a little bit hungry. Jono says, I'm really worried about the performance. Looks like last season's drop-off after losing to Liverpool. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that yet, Jono. I'd give it a couple more games. Yeah, I mean, we lost to Villa, we lost to West Ham, and we went on to have a good run. So I think it's a little bit too early, but you never know. I think this is just, Vardy's not in the game. Kasper's not. Tillemans, Maddison's not, not featured yet. So Evans, so it's difficult. Christopher is back again. We aren't creating chances and we are bringing on more defensive players. Barnes is having a shocker. Who would you bring on, Christopher? I mean, I imagine us seeing Maddison, Tom.
I mean, Maddison, I think another, 57, I presume, within the next 10 minutes, max 20 minutes to go, you might have seen Jay Maddison coming on. But again...
Oh, lovely Mendy.
Point on the road. Barnes unlucky there with the flicks. I mean, Harvey Barnes, I don't think's had... What? Okay, the referee's giving a free kick from the challenge from Pepe Mendy, but I mean, for me, there, Mendy, and he's not gonna book Mendy. Oh.
Well, he's not asked for a foul until. Hold on.
Right,
The referee's not called it.
Mendy wins the ball on the half volley. He then slides into the player who runs into him with his studs up a little high. But again, that's just momentum because he's gone in for the challenge with the ball bouncing off the floor. He's got no other way of winning the ball. It's in the air. And then the referee turns and lets plays go. And next minute, pulls it back and gives a free kick and books Mendy. I mean, that's a poor decision for me, for the referee. They're very poor.
If the Luhansk players got up there, there's no card coming out. It wouldn't even be a free kick, man. I think the ref has just kind of been bought into that by the bloody rolling around on the floor there, if I'm honest. He was right in front of it, the ref was, and he didn't give anything at first, so it's a strange one.
Clip this one in, and they'll get it clear at the back by James Justin with a good old hoof. John Smith.
Andy says, get Nacho off and bring Perez on.
Yeah, well, that's a shout. Oh, that's a shout. You know, if we're honest, we're 58 minutes in, and Nacho's not really done much in the game for me so far. Barnes most likely to get the cheeky goal. I mean, we all know with Barnes, he can be quiet for some of the game, but then he can pop up and create something. And I don't think he's had that bad a game. Say Barnes is having a shocker. I don't think he's having a shocker tonight for me. And that's my opinion. Chris's opinion is different on there. I've just read, but I don't think if I say he's having a shocker, that's crap. But then again, Fred didn't get a red card for a headbutt last night. Well, I will never know with VAR working how that was not a red card offence. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was soft red card. It would have been. He didn't really put his head into him, but it wasn't Dion doubling on Robbie Savage-esque. But I didn't think it was. He went down quite easily. Flick round the corner again. They're looking for these little 1-2s around the area, and if one comes off, for me, we will get in because the space is in behind, and the runs are being made. We'll play for Farn for winning it, and wins it again for Farner. Ball be chipped to the right though. Got the chance here. He'll play him in down the right, left-hand side, and it'll be over the crossbar for a goal kick again. I don't think either team's had that quality in front of goal tonight so far.
No, not at all. We're trying a few of these to Barnes, and Barnes is trying to flip them in behind, isn't he? Or let the ball go through his legs and all of that. But I think they're reading it well at the minute, Luhansk. But I expect to see Madders. I expect to see Albrighton. I mean, how many subs have you got left? 2 subs?
2 to go. You can make 5 in the Europa League, can't you?
Yeah, so who's come on so far? Thomas, Mendy,
and Fuchs. There we go.
So 2 more. Someone says we only have 1 more sub.
I thought it was 5 subs in the Europa League.
Yeah, it is.
Well played for Farner, comes over and lets the ball run through, but fair play from covering.
And for Farner. Yeah, and for Farner, so only 1 more sub.
Yeah, thanks for that, Chris. Much appreciated. I mean, where do you go? I mean, we got half an hour left. I mean, do you take Dennis Pratt off and bring Mendy on there? Manders on there, or do you literally leave Madders for Sunday, keep him fresh, and bring on someone like Perez into that number 10 role behind Nacho and bring Pratt off?
I'd bring Perez on, mate. I think I would. I'd bring on Perez for Pratt, maybe.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best option so far. I mean, like I say, no offence, but Madders in the last couple of games hasn't done that much. So,
what's the bet, Lewis? Let us know. Bet responsibly, of course. All. Johnny says Maddison won't help speed. Oh, I mean, when he came on last week against Braga, I think we definitely looked a lot more positive. Obviously, Tillemans did come on as well, so that probably had an effect. But
Tillemans for me was the match changer that game. He was just phenomenal when he came off on that pitch, and he ran the show midfield with Maddison coming on to give him that option to link up play with Vardy. But like I say, we did against Braga speed up the play massively more when we had that creative force on of Tillemans, Maddison and Vardy. It really did speed the game up for us, and Braga didn't really know what to do, bar 2 mistakes for other goals. Braga in the second half were quite poor, if I'm honest. They did slack off and were worried about the space Vardy could cause. Just an Acuna, need 4 teams to win. Who was the other 3 teams?
And what's the cash out, Lewis? What's the cash out of the minute? Here we go. Pratt wins that back into Barnes. It's cleared again.
Poor touch Barnes there for me. 1 touch, knock it away from the defender. But you know, you can't go and blame the pitch. The pitch doesn't actually look that bad. I weren't sure what kind of pitch we'd be playing on tonight. You know, you go to the UEFA Cup, you're not sure if you're going to be playing on a potato field or not.
It ain't a bad pitch, is it really? It's not a bad pitch. We're not Arsenal fan TV. Blame the pitch, blame the weather. It's -3, you know. How are they meant to? How are their bodies meant to function in a -3 degrees? Barnes.
Barnes back to hold the ball
slow.
up. The ball's gone again and again. It's that slow rhythm. Under will get the ball. He's onside. And then we try and play once again. Too tight of areas. Chowdhury to under. Just lay down the line. Luke Thomas. No one's in the box though. Puts the ball in. It's a great ball. It is a hell of a ball from Luke Thomas. And just over the top of Nacho's diving header. But again, what a ball from Luke Thomas there. He made the.
He's got a hell of a left foot.
Oh yeah, definitely. Leicester win the ball back by Fuchs. Chowdhury on the edge of the area. Come to Justin with an audacious flick to find his teammate. Dennis Pratt on the right. Come back inside. Barnes on the edge of the area. Back wide to Pratt on the right hand side. Mendy now on the right. Barnes in field on the flank. Comes across again. The simple ball, Barnes. That's better. Come on. Gives the ball away. Pape wins it back. Leicester are starting to grow into this game now. He'll look under. Will have the ball. He hasn't really got an option. Barnes making the run. So he'll make the run inside himself. He'll do a little 1-2. Oh, it's unlucky. It's better. It's a lot better. And the player's gone down. He was holding under back, so he got hit in the face. But for me, he was trying to stop under making the run. So he's only got himself to blame. He's been clattered in the face.
Lewis says 20 quid cash out. Not sure if Leicester will score. Well, what's your? We're not Ladbrokes or anything or Paddy Power, but I'm just saying I would stick with that if it's only 20 cash back. Stick with that, mate. I think we could get a goal.
Chad again giving the ball away, trying to overplay, but trying to do a very, very hard pass. And sadly, we haven't got Iniesta or Xavi playing.
Oh, this ref's a bloody.
Open it up.
This ref is a bottle job. Anyway, Lewis says, haha, you're on. Well, Lewis, go for it. I mean, if the final if the returns are like, I don't know, over 50, keep it on. Keep that on. If it's like 40 or something or 30, just cash out, innit? You know what I mean? Stick it on something else. Maggie is back, Tom. Maggie, evening. Thanks for coming back in the second half, Maggie. Keep the faith, boys. Yes, keep the faith, Maggie. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know who Christopher's on about. Oh, the ref. Yeah, the ref. And another one there from CK. Yeah, I think he's been a bit of a bottle job, mate. He's been bought like by the Lehance players. They go down.
It reminds me of a Sunday morning. Whoever calls out loudest gets the free kick.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, you foxes, or tomorrow night, come on, you fox quiz, as I'm sure you're all looking forward to. We won't play it, don't worry, Tom.
If you play it, I'm gone.
Going for your masala, aren't you?
Oh, mate, if you played that, I'm out of there. I can't. He's brilliant and everything, mate, but not on a watching on, please. Be clear by Danny Ward. And where did you get that picture from? You were like 12 in that photo.
Mate, no, it was last year.
Wow. Yeah. You've aged.
Well, I think it's more the lockdown weight, mate. I think that's what it is. Oh, bloody hell. All right, Alan. Calm down. Maggie, yeah, that's the one. Thank you, Maggie. But yeah, let's have a look. Delete. Is that deleted on yours? There we go. Yeah, but yeah, it was last year, mate. Yeah, it was last year. Yeah, I lost like 2 stone, mate, and then that's why I look a bit slimmer in the photo. And then lockdown happens, and I put 2 stone back on. So brilliant. Talking of Uber Eats, Daniel says bring some of the kids on. Daniel, unfortunately, we've only got one more substitution, so I think we should have probably started with some of the kids, mate. I mean, is it Ben Nelson?
Yeah, Nelson, another young lad. I think Isabella's on the bench as well for them, for us tonight. He's a very good player.
Is he centre half?
Centre midfielder, mate.
Oh, okay. Ignore
Battling
me.
midfielder. He's a very, very talented young man. And Brendan Rodgers has got, I think, got a lot of faith in this kid can do something for the future.
I mean, who did we have any centre halves on? To be fair, in my opinion, we should have. Oh, weren't you wearing a crown? Look, 2 locks. Do you want to see the graphic, Jono? Hey, do you want to see it? 2 stone of pure muscle, lad. Keith, I wish it was 2 stone of pure KFC and Chinese and Indian, mate. That's what it was. But
2 stone of soul.
Oh, mate, don't get me wrong. Honestly, when they're 36 for £20 in Asda, there are other supermarkets available, of course.
Good point. Just when, we think we're just getting into this game, we're just starting to take it by the scruff of the neck and, getting into it, we just seem to sit back again. We started to get a bit of rhythm going. We were passing it a couple of minutes ago, and once again, oh, lovely step over. Some Zorya hands flick for Fana with a leap to head it away, but it's still come to them. Right hand side, little dink, but cut out. Little dink again. Pepe Mendy will win it. Under will play into the feet of Iheanacho, but just gets muscled off the ball there too easily for me.
Chris says, do you know in Japan they have KFC for Chris? Yeah, same here in Woodgate, mate. Same here in Woodgate and Leicester. I have it and all. Jono really wants to see the graphic, Tom. I don't want to put you through it, Tom, because he reckons it's...
Put it on just for the entertainment value. Nothing. Hold on. Under is coming. Under has gone past 1 man, past 2 men. He'll go and he'll lose it, but he'll still come to the edge area to Hamza Chowdhury. Thomas will make the run down the left to the overlap. He'll come to Thomas. He'll hold the ball up. He'll go back to Chowdhury. Where's the option? Come on, Leicester. The option's there. Pepe Mendy will go back inside. We are going backwards here, but we're keeping the ball. And we haven't done that much this game today. For Fana, with another ball tried to play, it gets intercepted, but we'll bounce to Justin, and we're back in our half on the halfway line across the centre circle, and we'll go all the way back to Danny Ward. Danny Ward would take a touch, and he'll clear up long to the right-hand side. And again, we've lost possession when we were knocking it around nicely at times. But Chowdhury will win it. Chowdhury intercept and pass it to Thomas. Thomas will go to Barnes. Barnes will get the ball. Barnes, have a run at your man for the first time proper tonight. He does. He does a step over. Going down into the box. Little touch again. He's trying to cut inside. Handball cries out, but nothing going to give him there. Chowdhury wins it. Quick ball to Thomas. To Barnes. Barnes on the edge of the area. Will whip this one in across the box, and it's a poor delivery for me there. He'll come to Under on the edge of the area. He'll chip one to the back post. Again, another poor. Both crosses from Harvey Barnes and Under there were non-existent and overhit. Very poor crossing there.
Anyway, guys, back to the graphic. Just to let you know, tomorrow night, starting from 7:45, there will be a quiz on Leicester Fan TV. As my usual Friday night show, it will be at the end of that at 7:45. It's called Come On You Fox Quiz. Jono wants to see it, so for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, this is the intro for it. So make sure you join us at 7:45 tomorrow evening for this. Oh, Tom, it's not on here. No, it's not on here, Tom. Hold on. Wait there. It's coming. Let me put you on, Tom.
Have you done it? What do you want me to do it for you?
I've got it. Here we go. Here it is.
And now introducing Lox's.
It's time for the most anticipated game show of the year. It is time for Come On You Fox Quiz.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Leicester are on an attack. Dennis Pratt, Justin out wide. Nothing's going to happen, I don't think. But yeah, guys, that's the intro for the Come On You Fox Quiz tomorrow night, 7:45. It's a knockout round kind of.
Justin clips it towards the front post, but it'll go over Barnes, who's being held down there in the box. But obviously, he hasn't paid the referee enough to get a penalty there. Be a long ball for Farrell, win it at the back. He'll still break. Chowdhury will
Oh,
win
that's
it.
the foul.
Yeah, you knew as soon as it
Yeah.
landed and the Chowdhury dives in, he gives a free kick. Oh dear, referee.
Mate,
In the space of,
he was
30
being
seconds.
manhandled. Barnes in the box.
I know it's going over Barnes' head. I'm not denying that, but he's got his arms all over him. I mean, there. Hamza Chowdhury wins the ball and the bloke falls down and he's not even looking for a free kick and the referee gives it ball in. I mean, he's all over Barnes. All over him.
What a joke. What a joke. Andy said that he doesn't think Bradley Walsh has anything to worry about. Lahantz now out wide. They'll aim to get a ball in the box. Hamza intercepts.
Hamza. Barnes will run here. Barnes look for the pass. But that's a yellow card. That's 2 yellow cards, referee, in the space of 30 seconds. So book every single one of them. Both of them had tried to take out Barnes as they knew he was going to do them for pace. So why is he not booking both players? They're both dirty tackles. Disgraceful referee tonight. Not happy about him at all. He's been awful.
I don't think I swore. Sorry if I did. Oops. I'm sure I didn't, but oh well. Maggie says classic. Thank you, Maggie. Jono likes the graphic. But yeah, how is that not a penno? I agree. Will I get an alert as I get notifications from this group? Yes. 7:15 will be live from tomorrow, so you should get a notification. Maggie and Christopher says swearing on the match day is loud. I don't remember swearing. Did I swear? Let me know if I swore. I don't remember swearing. Maybe it was you, Tom. I didn't hear you say it either, though. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the comments in. So
if I swore, I apologise. I can't remember. Heat of the moment. But, like you say, we're not one for doing it that often on this channel.
No, it was it.
Mendy will come. Mendy will drive forward. Referee, that's a free kick. Thank you. That's a better area.
Yeah.
You did, Carl. Lots.
Chris, I think I said. I say this quite often because I get away with it. I said kin hell. It's just something I like to say. I didn't actually swear. I didn't say the full word. I said kin hell. So I didn't actually swear. Al says speak French. Yeah, I should just speak French. No, we're all about Spanish on here, aren't we, Tom?
Sí, señor.
Sol. Cerveza Sol. Sol beer.
Dos peros, por favor.
Por favor. Oh, ball in. Fofana.
Oh, dear. Fofana. Oh, Fofana with the freest header in the box all game. Beats his man. Free header and heads it towards the corner flag. It's a lovely ball. It's a fantastic ball. Whipped in with his left foot by under to him, and all he's got to do is get a touch on it, and it's 1-0 Leicester. And it's like he tried to put too much on it for me there for Fofana. He's tried to really bullet head it into the net, where if he just glances it, then it's 1-0. We're winning the game. We've got 15 minutes to go, and that's the best chance of the second half for either team for me, bar than hitting the crossbar.
Thank you, Maggie. I don't think I swore either, but I'll have to watch it back. LCFC Matt says, am I English? I'm actually Welsh, mate. Sorry to I'm actually Welsh, unfortunately. I'll have to wear my Welsh shirt one day, on one of my shows. We'll have to see. No. Fat Nat, nice name, says, I've got faith. So yeah, so if we 48% possession to Leicester in this game, 52 for the Hansk, of course. But yeah, I mean, it's 0-0 with just under 15 minutes to go. Still got one substitution left. Will that be Madison? Will that be Perez? Who knows? I'm surprised they've not come on yet, though.
Oh, referee again. That's another one now. How many tackles are they going to do like this? I mean, it's just a talking to, but it was a nasty... It's a raking tackle because he's raked his foot down the back of Under's leg for me there. So Under... Oh, it's just dirty. Just dirtiness now from them. I mean, Luke Thomas, to be fair play, Luke Thomas does do and then flicks him in the face with his left hand. And Madison will come on. And
there he is.
Under has gone off by the looks of it. No, Dennis Pratt's gone off. Pratt has gone off for James Madison with 15 minutes to go. Could this be the spark we need to win the game?
Let's hope we are not made to pay by missing these chances. Yeah, completely agree. To be fair, mate, I don't see Lehant scoring. Maybe I've just jinxed it again. But
Fee, we have to win the game tonight to take the group top, because at the moment Braga are winning 3-1. I think they are. I'll have a look, check the score. But yeah, we have to win tonight if we want to take the group. If not, it goes to the final game of the group versus us winning would guarantee it versus AK Athens at home next Thursday night. What will be another watch along. Coming thick and fast. Remember, join us on Sunday for Sheffield United away. What will be, well, a lot of pressure on the team. Under to
Nacho.
Nacho gives the ball away again. How many times have I said that tonight? But he wins it back. Fair play to him, Nacho. And then he'll shoot. Saved.
Madison.
Saved again. And it'll fall to the players. I mean, fair play. I'll give Nacho credit there. I was slow to him, but he actually got up quickly to try and win the ball back.
It's a foul.
Free kick again. Now, come on, ref. How many of these are going to keep doing?
He's just been given a warning. He's the one who's just been given a warning.
So the players just fouled Madison blatantly on the edge of the area. Just literally clipped Under's feet. I mean, Nacho lose it, but fair play. He gets up and wins the ball back. He has a shot from the edge of the area. Goalie saves. Comes out to Madison, who has a shot, and it's saved by the goalie's legs. He's literally chucked a leg out and it's hit him. It's not in a. It's a good save by the goalie in the end to get it away. But anything, another yard to the other side, he's in the back of the net for Madison there. And what an impact that would have been.
Definitely. Leicester will get a ball now. I'd imagine it's Under.
Ball whipped in by Madison. Didn't really beat the first man in the way. Under will clear it all the way back to Danny Ward, and Leicester will reset with 11 minutes to go plus injury time.
There's nothing I hate more, mate, than seeing that ball's not hit that beat the first man. It's just the most. It's like you're given a free kick. The key word in free kick is free. Like you are being given a chance to get the ball into the box, and you're just hitting the first man. It's ridiculous. 100 and whatever K a week, and you can't do that. But anyway, Jono says there, Madison needs to work on delivery. But in those situations, I agree. Corners, free kicks, set pieces. We've been shocking at the set pieces. So, yeah. Tom Christopher Gutteridge with some news here. Delat has just scored for Antwerp. Richie Delat is my third favourite fullback behind Ricardo Pereira and Chris Gunter.
Chris Gunter. That's Welsh legend. I'll give him that. I mean,
he's a hardworking fellow, and I do like Chris Gunter. Yeah, I liked him.
He's an ex-tree, so no, thank you.
Well, apart from that, yeah, the Welsh side, I just like how I don't know. I just like his style of play, really. Just hardworking and all of that. But anyway, on from the Forest players back to Leicester with 10 minutes to go.
Justin got lucky there. He tried to battle and lost the ball and won it back. There'll be a throw on the far side after he lost it on the touchline. Gets Steve Guppy down the training ground. Now, there was a player who could cross the ball and kick a corner. And I remember sitting near to the old, someone will remember this, in the old Filbert Street next to the supporters club corner, and he used to come over and whip them corners in with that left foot onto the goalkeeper.
Number 90 is now on. Rayon Mad says, how's Leicester playing right now? I'll let Tom answer that.
I'd say we've been better than we were against Fulham. We've created more chances than we did against Fulham, if we're honest with you. But you can tell that it's a makeshift team for me tonight, that we have chucked a lot of fresh faces in there trying to make it happen. But, I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, if you look at it without Tielemans, Vardy, Casper and Johnny Evans, it's there's your spine of your team for me there, and then you're dotting the extra players around them to make the extra bit happen. Under with the ball, he'll cut inside. Madison luckily keeps the ball after trying an audacious little flick in between his legs. Madison again tries it upfield. He'll drive inside. He'll come inside to Chowdhury. He'll come across. It's a poor ball though. Chowdhury didn't get nowhere near it, and Thomas will cover. Chowdhury the ball. Mendy. I mean, we're getting the ball, but we're going backwards. That's happened too much tonight for me. I know we like to build the play up, but sometimes it'd be nice to look forward instead of going backwards. Ball go down the right hand side to Madison. Maddison will slip one into Under. Under will cut back. Under's still got the ball, just standing there. He'll try and do a little 1-2. He'll go to Maddison. Maddison will go to the right to Justin. We'll come back to Maddison, edge of the area. Maddison with a little flick round the corner. Iheanacho lose the ball, but it'll fall to charge on the edge of the area. Come to Luke Thomas on his left foot. He'll chip one across the box all the way to the far hand side.
Madison.
Madison. Pulls it back. Justin.
Side
netting. Better from Leicester, a lot better from Leicester in around the area then. It was a lovely ball from the left to right from Luke Thomas. He cuts inside. Here we go. We'll see the replay. Lovely place left to right. Justin then slides the ball down the line for Maddison. He pulls it back. It hits Justin on the right foot. On his left foot. And it just goes wide of the foot. Into the side netting. But it's better. It was a lot better build-up play edging around the area. Little 1-2 is what we need to do more often.
Yeah, Chris has now pointed out that Celtic are now losing 4-2. So they're definitely, I think they were anyway, weren't they? They were crashing out of the Europa League anyway, but
they're already gone, mate. Let's just hope Real Madrid stay in the Champions League.
Luhansk, get the ball through to 45. Oh, it's a goal.
Oh, dear. And that'll be 1-0 to Luhansk in the 83rd minute. Leicester got opened up at the back. Too many one-on-ones, and before there was an overlap at the far post, ball driven across the box, and taps it in, and it's 1-0 to Zorya Luhansk with 5 minutes to go in this game. And what can we say? They haven't really done much, but it's the number 90 substitute who's just scored after being 2 minutes on the pitch. Well, what can you say? Just when you think Leicester got getting back into this game and really started to create those clear-cut chances, we've gone and conceded, but that would put us and Braga both on 10 points at the moment. We'll be top on the head-to-head anyway, so we can't be too disheartened. Again, it's a lovely ball across the box for me. There's not offside. Danny Ward's claiming offside, but there's no offside ball. It's a brilliant ball across the box, and it's untouchable. Centre-half touches in the net. Sliding at the back post, number 90 scores for them right on the back post and puts it in. Well, what can you say?
Yeah, mate. I mean, I think it was Jamie or whoever was one of the admins earlier was saying, were Leicester going to regret the missed chances? Well, there we go, eh? And bacon peanut butter. Can I ask? Do you only ever comment when something bad happens? Because I only ever see you when we concede. I haven't seen you for most of the game. So, yeah, next time we score a goal, pop on, please. Christopher says this is becoming a bit of a blip, isn't it? Tom, thoughts on that?
I would say a blip. I mean, come off it. I mean, we're gone to this team tonight. I mean, look, we know they're not any Real Madrid or anything like that, but we're missing the backbone of the team. You're missing 4 players who walk into that team. You're getting then players who have only played, like Ricardo played 45 tonight. Soyuncu's gone off injured, but it's really sad to see, And Diddy's had a good 55 minutes tonight. So, yes, it's not been the greatest couple of games, but let's put it this way. Before that, we won 6 in a row. You got to add it up. We won 6 games in a row. We've lost the last 3 in all competitions. Let's put it that way. I'm more than positive that we'll come out of this once we get the full team back. And like I say, it's a big game Sunday. Don't get me wrong. If we lose to Sheffield United on Sunday, then questions will start to be asked what is going on that we lose to Liverpool and then suddenly the wheels come off. But can I say we've been unlucky tonight? A little bit. They have hit the post. They're crossbar in the second half. But I know, mate. I know. When a yard away from, they've won a free kick, a yard away, knocks it through Fofana's Fred. He can't get out of the way, and it just goes down. I mean, what is Fofana meant to do there? He can't move.
But anyway, I think there's definitely a difference in the team with the 4 at the back. I've definitely noticed a difference in terms of counter-attacks, Tom. We've not been susceptible to counter-attacks. That wasn't a counter-attack, that goal. It was just bad positioning from the defenders. Number 90 lost his man, Justin, lost his man. Thomas lost his man, and he was slipped through. So, Lehans will have a chance now to just shot a ball in the box. Justin clears. No, what I was saying, mate, is I think there's definitely been a difference in. I don't mean the performance, but I mean kind of the tactics, the positioning on the pitch. Obviously, with this back four instead of the back five. None of those diagonals, over the corners.
We look better with five. Everyone's going about this back five. I'm sorry, we look better playing three at the back. It frees up the wing backs to bomb on, and when you've got players like Ricardo and Timmy Kazanian to come in, I think we'll look better playing three at the back. I'll still say that's the way to go forward. At the moment, who's the back three going to be? Do we go to Sheffield United on Sunday and play a back three with Johnny Evans, Fofana, and Fuchs that won us enough games when it was going well, or do you go revolt back to a back four again?
Well, that's a bit of a bummer, eh? Puts a bit of a downer on the Thursday. In other news, I was meant to be back at work tomorrow, but I'm off again now tomorrow. So, but yeah, what were you saying, Tom?
Yeah, but the games come thick and fast. Sheffield United, it's a game to recover, and I think Keith put a good point in there. Rather than playing a half Leicester team, let's keep some perspective. It is true. Again, there's no advantage, ref. There's no advantage.
Has he even called advantage?
I don't know what he's doing.
Has he even sensed a foul? Bye-bye, Raffia Dre. No need for that. Andy says we should have played Gray instead of Nacho. Fuchs will get a long throw in here to the box. Luke Thomas with it now. He'll try and get a ball in with his left foot. Bounces out, and it's in the keeper's hands.
Okay, he just arrived. Well, that puts a brightener on it. What
Cold.
Did you have there? That's
cold.
Oh, no. That's
Fee, just go to delivery, say you've had a problem with your order, select the items, press cold, and they'll refund you all your money. And then just shove the food in the oven or in the microwave. That's all you need to do. What did you have? Oh, Nacho!
Oh, it's not going to get it. It'll run through to the goalie. What did you have anyway? That's the question. I was going to say, what did you have? Oh, well, we got 3 minutes into 3 minutes of injury time, and games just seem to bypass us today at certain points, Bar the under chance in the first half. She only ordered a coleslaw. Oh, Keith. That's, fair play. That would be why it's cold.
Classic.
Fee, what the heck?
But yeah, just over 2 minutes left of this game.
Long throw by Fuchs. It'll land at Nacho's foot. Barnes with a strike, and it'll roll into the goalie's arms.
It does look like Luhansk are going to walk away with the 3 points. And it's a long journey back to Leicester with a disappointing result under the belt.
Yeah, but like I said, it's a very, very makeshift team. If you look at that team tonight, how many of that team generally would have, if they were full strength team tonight, how many would have started? I mean, you're probably looking at Madison, maybe Under, maybe Barnes, Fofana. But bar that, I mean, if you're going to be full strength, Fuchs wouldn't be playing, Thomas wouldn't have been playing, Justin won't play. I mean, Nacho won't play. It's very tricky at the moment to go off this, tonight game. And don't get me wrong, we're playing a team who we beat 3-0 at the King Power, who would want to get revenge after that and feel that they want to show what they can do in their final couple of group games.
I mean, mathematically, can Luhansk still qualify if they beat Braga next week?
Let's have a look.
I've got a feeling they might be able to, mate.
So as it stands, it'll be no, they can't, mate. No.
Okay.
Leicester on 10, Sport Braga on 10, and Zorya on 6, mate.
But Luhansk didn't know that. Obviously, if Luhansk won and Braga lost, then Luhansk could still qualify. They could have still qualified.
They're still not going to want. They're going to be away next week. Then they're not going to want to lose. They're going to try and get something out of it and close that gap and at least finish with a bit of respect on their part. But hey, like I say, it's in our hands now. At home to a team who've only got 3 points all competition, 1 win. If we want to finish top, do we put a good team out? For me, I'd like to hope we would finish top of the league, because you don't want to finish second, end up playing AC Milan in the next round already. There's enough hard teams in this team. If you look at the moment, you got top of their groups, even though they haven't played. You got Roma. You got Young Boys second in that group. You got Arsenal and whoever they're playing, because they've got some rubbish teams. You got Bayer Leverkusen, who could finish second. You got Benfica, who's in Rangers group, who are both on 8 points. Napoli, who are at top. You finished under with a shot, Sakari's shot, and the goal he saves. Like I say, you got Napoli. If we would finish second, we could get Napoli. It'd be a tough game. Under gets the ball up, takes one touch, and tries to shoot. It's a good save. It's a fine save from
Leicester with a last-minute corner here. Maddison will take this. Please beat the first man. He does.
Pass first man. It goes out for a goal kick, and that'll be the end of the game with the goal kick to come.
Hello, Phil.
Hi, chaps.
I think, that's it. That's full time. Luhansk 1, Leicester 0. Well. I don't know. Don't know what to say.
It's to look a lot like Christmas.
It's beginning to look like last Christmas, Tom, isn't it? Is that what you mean?
Oh, well.
I don't want to get panicky over all this, but chaps, it does feel a bit like we're believing our own hype again. I don't know, falling off a cliff again. What do you reckon?
I still think you got to look at the team tonight. You're missing 4 key players tonight for me. You're missing the 4 players that make this team tick at times, and no Casper, no Vardy, no Tillemans, and no Johnny Evans. As much Johnny Evans hadn't had a good couple of games, I still think, let's put it in perspective, without those 4 players, it's a completely different team if you put them out there tonight against this opposition.
Well, perhaps we should have done that, Tom.
As much as I agree with you, Phil, I also have to look, it's a 4,000-mile trip, and Johnny Evans has played international football. Casper's been playing international football most weeks. You've got to rest them at some point. We've qualified, you would like to finish top. Of course you would. I think Brendan also knows that we've got a home game against a team who, like I say, only won 1 game in the group in AK Athens, and he could put these boys out on Sunday and then on Thursday night and get away with it next week instead of playing Monday, Thursday, Sunday.
Let's add Jamie in. Jamie, I think, is ready to come in. Hi, Jamie. How are you?
How the devil are you? What a disappointing that was. If you don't take your chances, you don't win matches, do you? That's the thing. We had 2 glorious chances before they scored. If you don't take them, you don't deserve to win matches.
Well, I think you're obviously referring to one of them being Fofana's header, where he was in a fantastic position.
Under. He should have put that in the back of the net. He should have put that in the net. It should have been 1-0 up there. You don't take your chances, you don't win matches. As simple as. Typical Leicester. You don't take your chances, and we got made to pay for it, didn't we? Unfortunately. Whether we deserved anything, I'm not sure.
Let's get Mick says Brendan Rodgers has made his first mistake. I wouldn't say it was his first mistake ever, Mick, to be fair. I'm not trying to be harsh, but always pick your strongest 11 to get the result you need, says Mick. Andy's saying we can't play a makeshift team in the next stage. Next week, obviously, is at home against Ike, isn't it? So a Sunday League ref, says Chris Hallam. And we give a Sunday League performance. No, he wasn't. We should have won, says Jono, and stopped the rot. It was as bad as Monday. Let's pick up on Jono's comment there, chaps. I don't want to be sensational about it, but let's start with you, Jamie, on this. I've just been watching with my lads in there, and we're saying it feels like what happened around last Christmas, where the wheels came off, and we've lost to Liverpool, who are one of the best clubs in the country, if not the world, at the moment. So that was no two shakes. We weren't very good against Braga last week. We were poor against Fulham. I think we were poor tonight, or bang average. Sheffield United on Sunday is going to be really interesting.
Oh yeah, we haven't been that good, like you say, for 3 or 4 games. To be honest, it is very similar to what happened. We always go back to the Norwich game. What happened to the performances we had against Newcastle and Southampton last year? They just went. They're just absolutely just gone. The performances have gone. I know the team was different, but there was still no passion in that side, really. There was no leadership in that. Again, there was no leadership. There was no passion. They didn't seem to me, they didn't seem to want it. We had them chances, but there was no constant going forward. We still had the side to side, back to back all game. One of the comments I saw was it was like watching pure ball again. It was very similar to that. There was no intensity of it going forward. It's disappointing. It really is. Yeah, we've lost a mojo.
Tom, Chris Allen says here, Fofana at fault, missed a tackle and too far forward, then the striker taps in. When I was watching it, we did comment that Fofana just did not track back with his player. It was a magnificent ball into the box, but Fofana just didn't keep up with the player he was marking.
Again, I think like you're saying, I think this is now showing you we've got so many young players in and around the team that they're starting to get caught out a bit now. Justin can get blamed some of the time for not being at the back post where there's the man running onto it. Look, we didn't lose this game tonight because of one goal. We lost it because we missed 2 glorious chances. I thought we created more than we did against Fulham tonight. But going back to the point that Jamie just said about too many balls backwards, I said it with Locks in commentary as we were doing the game, that I just felt every time we were getting the ball in a good position, we turned back. And it was like, why are we going backwards to the centre half? Why are we not looking for a forward ball? And 9 times out of 10 for me, the problem was there was no option to go forward, because as much as Iheanacho is a good player, without Vardy making the run in behind, we have no play to go to. And it shows you without Vardy, we are a very bang average team for me.
Locks, you obviously did the watch along. Hope that went well. What was the general feeling during that last 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were definitely better than Fulham. With Vardy out and Evans out and Tielemans out and, Maddison didn't start. So there were definitely some positives. I'm not going to say it was all terrible, because it wasn't. There were some positives. But, yeah, I mean, to be fair, I said before the game, I think we've already qualified. Yes, we'll probably get a better draw if we finish first, but a big thing about tonight was getting those 3 players out on the other side in one piece, and unfortunately that hasn't happened. Unfortunately, Cags has, looks like I suffered a setback, whether that's major or minor, I don't know. But yeah, that's the biggest worry for me tonight. I don't care about us finishing second or first. We qualified, that's it. I think the biggest downer really on tonight was that Cags injury, and to be fair, I think that definitely would have played on. I don't know, maybe I'm being silly, but I think that would have still been on the minds of the players a little bit. Seeing their mate who's just come back from 60 days out injured, come on in 60 minutes and he's injured. That's always going to be on their minds as well. But yeah, definitely better than Fulham, but nowhere near what we were a few weeks ago. I mean, what was it? Did we beat Braga 4-0? A few weeks ago,
yeah.
And now look, we're losing 1-0 to Lehant, so something's not right. But
Jamie, I slightly disagree with what Locks is saying, so I'm interested to hear what you say. And the fact that it will make a big difference where we finish in this group if we want to progress in the Europa League. The big Champions League teams. I could argue to you that the Europa League gets much harder as soon as effectively all the teams who started in the Europa League are not as good as the teams who are about to drop into it out of the Champions League. So
yeah, I think it's vitally important, Phil, that we finish first, because you could have the teams like Real Madrid, you could have the teams like Man U dropping down. They're too tough. They'll go into the group, they'll go into the seeds, and we could play Man U, we could play Spurs, we could play Arsenal. They're both leading their groups. Rangers as well. We could play Rangers. So if they go through us first, there's a chance we could play them.
Let's not forget
that's going to be difficult.
let's not forget, if you look at it, to finish second, you could get Roma, you could get Rangers, as Jamie said, you could get Napoli.
AC Milan, are they in first place?
They're second at the moment to Lille. Lille are on 11 and Milan are on 10 points. You know, you don't really want to be. You could get Hoffenheim, Kramovic could come back to haunt us. You know, these are the things you don't want to be getting if you finish second. And look, getting throughs are brilliant, but let's finish the job off now, because we started the group brilliantly, and you don't want to finish off with 2 poor performances going into the next round.
The good thing we've got is, all right, next week at home, they're out. They've got nothing to play for. It's probably the weaker team in the league. So hopefully, yeah, I know, but you've got that's the only positive you can look at it. We're playing the weaker team in the league, and it's at home. If it'd been away, it might have been a different kettle of fish. But with it being at home,
we're playing on Sunday, the team bottom of the Premier League with 1 point.
Phil, we're old school, pal. We know. We know.
One all season. You know where. You know where to go. Listen, we've put the link out there. Let's add in. I'm going to try and get as many fans in as possible with us. I'm going to add in. Yes, Tom.
Just quickly, it's not all doom and gloom though. Ricardo Pereira, 45 minutes tonight, so good positive for him. And Ndidi, 55 minutes tonight. So look, there's 2 players that we are crying out for to get back in this team and hopefully make things change in our fortunes at the moment.
Yeah, I guess, yes, Tom, there are positives. There are silver linings in there. Let's add in Tom, and then this is other Tom Wyatt. Tom, you came on at half-time, and Jay, let's add you 2 on, and then I'll get others on shortly. Tom Wyatt, it didn't get any better after our half-time chat.
No, not really. I think it's a weird match. I don't think I wouldn't say we were particularly poor, but again, it comes down to what I said last Monday. At times, we're bringing the ball in, and rather than taking 1 touch, move it forward, and then pass, they just seem to take 1 touch, 2nd touch, 3rd touch, and they're looking up. And I can remember at one point someone had said, "Oh, Ricardo's taking the ball," and people are complaining because he's not crossing it, and Ricardo's just standing there going, "Where are you all? I'm right on the edge of the box." And there's no one here. So we're getting the ball into attacking areas, and then they're just standing there going, "There's no one here for me," and they just get crowded out. So people aren't moving and making the space, which I'm not a professional Premier League manager, but I'm sure that must really annoy Mr. Rodgers. He must be sitting there going, "Come on, lads, I'm giving you this game plan. You've got to move and make the space."
Jay, thanks for joining us again. I'm going to remind you of your score prediction, Jay, before the game.
Please don't. Please don't.
Was it 4, you said?
Sadly, yeah.
4-0. It just, again, it's strange to see, Jay, the team like Leicester, where effectively that was a good side. I know we'd obviously got players coming back, but you sometimes wonder where it goes a bit wrong for us.
I just don't know anymore. That's, I think, 4 games I think we've played and not won. I don't know what's going wrong.
I'm just checking. Is that 4 games we're not won? It's Liverpool, Braga,
since we've been
Fulham,
since we've been back from the international, we've played 4, lost 3, drew 1 since the international break.
That international break seemed to come at all the wrong time for us because we were flying up until then. Tom, this is Tom Hoger.
Yeah, like I said, we won 6 and 6. 6 in a row in all competitions, and everything was rosy. And Brendan Rodgers couldn't do anything wrong. The players couldn't do anything wrong, and suddenly they defeat Liverpool, and it's all doom and gloom. Look, we're still 4th in the Premier League. I know what happened last year, and we can't keep hyping on about last year because we don't want that to happen again. And I think that's the fear for most Leicester fans, is that we drop back down the table and we suddenly slip away earlier than we did last year after we started so well. So, look, it's disheartening that we've lost 4 games. I say lost 3 and drew 1. But let's look at the positive I said earlier. There's players coming back, and that's the biggest thing we can take. Bar Soyuncu tonight, to have Ricardo back in the team is going to be massive for me. And same with Timmy Cassagna, and hopefully he's fit for Sunday because we miss him. I've said that he's another one. I think we look better with Timmy Cassagna in the team, down that left or right, because defensively, again, they're more stable people doing a wing back. The question I'll ask to everyone in this room tonight is, what formation do we play against Sheffield United? Do you go back to the 3-5-2 or do you go to 4-3-3?
Depends what centre halves we got, Tom. I think, to be honest, what centre halves can you play there?
At the moment, it's Fofana, Evans, and Fuchs, wouldn't it be? At the moment, that's the only option you got, really.
That's it.
Or Big Wedge comes in,
or possibly Ndidi drops back.
To add to Tom's comment, as he was saying, for the international break, you said we'd won, so we're doing so well, we'd been winning games, and how many fans were sitting there going, "All right, that's it, we're going to win the league." Rodgers, he's the greatest man to walk the earth. Buffon, all these, they're bloody brilliant, and we've got a young squad. These things work on confidence, and young players, they need confidence, and at times they will have 2 or 3 games where they're absolutely brilliant. But with youngsters, it is inevitable. You will have 4 or 5 games where they're learning. They've got to progress. And we have not all of our fans. Most of our fans are good. And this is not to tell people off, but we have a small group of our fans who are very fickle. We lose to Liverpool. We inevitably lose to Fulham. We weren't good enough. We hold our hands up to that. We draw against Braga in Braga. That is, I would have accepted a draw out in Braga. They always say in Europe, win your home matches, draw your away, you'll be fine. We lose out in the Ukraine. That is a tough one, but we played better. And it's not on here, but I've seen a few fan forums who are already asking for the likes of Rodgers to go. And at the start of the season, very wrongly, there was fans saying that we need to get rid of the owners. And I just look at them and go, we're not doing that bad. Take everything into perspective, because we're not that bad of a team. And I find it really harsh towards the team when people are sitting there saying these things. I'm like, give over. We're doing well. Just relax. Things will get better. They'll go in ebbs and drebs. Sorry to.
I think Tom.
No,
Tom.
fine.
I think that's absolutely fine. I'm going to say, Tom and Jay, thanks again for joining us. I'm going to let you two go just because there's others waiting to come in. But thanks again, both of you, for joining us. We'll see you hopefully on Sunday.
Cheers. See you soon.
Cheers, lad.
Cheers, Tom. Cheers.
Can I just say as well, Phil? Sorry,
I
mean, Tom asked the question, obviously, about the formation for Sunday. Me and Tom obviously have been on here now for a few matches, and I quite regularly defend the 5 or the 3 at the back formation. However, I feel like on Sunday we're going to have to go for a 4 at the back, and you can stick me all you want. I don't see it. You know, the games that we've played, this 5 or this 3, whatever you want to call it, you know, we have played, you know, a style of football that is, you know, sit behind the ball a little bit, let the other team have it. We'll try hit them on the break. Obviously, that's not worked against Fulham, especially. I mean, it was tragic against them. I feel like we're going to have to set up differently against Sheffield United because, I mean, if there's going to be any team in the league that are going to sit behind the ball, it's going to be Sheffield United. They can't score goals, you know. Yeah, we might be all right. We might keep a clean sheet. But I think if we play against them like we did with Fulham, we're not going to score at all. We're not, you know, I just feel like 4 maybe, and I'm not saying it was just down to the formation tonight, but I think that, you know, we do struggle sometimes, and Jamie said it before as well, the diagonals, the corners, you know, over where the full-backs would normally be in a 4 at the back, they're not there in this 3. And, you know, look at Fulham. I mean, they were 18th in the league, where they were 19th, and look what they did to us. So if that's going to happen against us, what could Sheffield United do, you know? I mean, Soyuncu last season, you know, ending his massive goal drought against us and scoring against us, you know. Leicester love it, don't they? Leicester love playing an out-of-form team, and then it all goes tits up. So, sorry. So I could see it happening again, but personally, I would go for a 4, and I am one that normally does defend the 5 or the 3. So, but I do want to see us go with a 4 against Sheffield United.
Locks, I'm with you. I'm normally positive. I always think we're going to win. I'm sure I'll pick myself back up tomorrow and Saturday, ready for Sunday. As it stands here today, I'm just like, we're going to lose on Sunday. That's genuinely how I feel like. It's got written all over it.
It's the Leicester way. It's the Leicester way.
It is the Leicester way. Let's add in Jay and
God.
And I'm gonna squeeze Chris in here as I'm gonna try and get Chris in as well. There's a lot of us on, so
I was looking at Chris.
We're not used to seeing Chris not in fancy dress.
Yeah.
This is the real Chris. Let's start with you, Chris.
I like to surprise times. I like to surprise at times, but there will be another question.
So Chris tonight, Chris's fancy dress tonight he's dressed as a miserable Leicester fan.
I got my blue hair though. I got my blue hair.
Even that was trying for fun look, and it's gone miserably wrong.
Come on, then, Chris. Talk us through your reaction on that, Chris.
It's typical us again. You know, it's a case of we've taken our foot off the gas, and we've been punished for it again. You know, and it was the same against Fulham. You know, we're taking our foot off the gas, and we're getting punished for it. And like you, I can see us losing on Sunday as well.
Well, yeah, I hope we're not, but suddenly it feels a bit like when we get into one of these. It feels like we get into one of these moods, doesn't it, Jack? A bit where like we're doing so well. It's a bit like I don't know what you call it, where you swing one way to the other and swing to the other, Jack.
Mood swings.
Yeah. Oh, being a woman. Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't say that, should I? I'll get told.
Get ready for all the comments now, Phil.
I'll get it. No, you know what I mean. I say that in jest, ladies. But Jack, you know what I mean. We do. Jack.
That's for you, Jack.
Hello.
I say we keep swinging, Jack. We're top of the league. We're going to do brilliant.
Yeah.
We're going to win the Europa League. Within the blink of an eye, everything's going wrong.
Well, we won our first 6 games against very good sides in Man City, West Bromwich just came up, and teams like that, like Leeds. They're a good side this season. They've troubled a lot of teams like Everton, and we've actually beat them, innit? But tonight, it weren't really good enough, was it?
No,
Jack.
No, it wasn't. Ross, what's your views?
I mean, all I'm going to say is that I'm dreading Sunday. Well, not just because I'm from Sheffield. And and the fact that 3 of my best mates are Sheffield United fans, that doesn't help. And it's the Leicester way. You know, we've won 3 in a row in the Europa League, and then we're doing fantastically. And then we drew to Braga, which they're a good side, and then in the blink of an eye, we've lost to Fulham. You know, you said it earlier. I can't remember who said it. Fulham bottom in the Premier League. 19th, still in bottom 3, and they're going to beat Leicester. You know, that guy that hadn't scored for a year, and he goes and scores against us. They always seem to do it against Leicester. It's always the pundits, always the presenters saying, for example, Benteke's not scored in 2 years, scores against Leicester. Someone's not won here for 10 years, goes and beats Leicester. You know, it's just the Leicester way. And obviously, it was unfortunately so in true tonight. Obviously, I hope he recovers speedily. But I think Sheffield United, not Sheffield. So I've just tried to read the comment. And I think we should play 4 back on Sunday. Ricardo at right back. I think Justin left back. Obviously, you've got Fofana, but he needs to die there. He said he would. Ever since he's died there, we've not won a game. So he needs to die back. Well, he does need to tie it back. That's for sure. With Johnny Evans probably, if he's not injured. So, yeah, I'm dreading Sunday.
Jamie, we have got obviously Jamie Vardy coming back in on Sunday. Casper coming back in. I think it was Tom saying, "Listen, this isn't the strongest Leicester side, even though there's 3 players coming back from injury. We will have a stronger set of lads on Sunday."
Oh, yeah, it will be. Vardy will be in, Tillemans will be in, Evans will be in, Casper will be back in. Although Danny Ward didn't let us down at all tonight. I thought he played quite well. But, yeah, it'll be a stronger team. Well, you say a stronger team, you played the strongest team on against Fulham and it didn't work out, did it? So God knows what's going to happen. But like you say, after the last couple of games, I'm not looking forward to Sunday at all. Even though I want to be confident and I want to win, I'm just not feeling confident at all. The confidence has gone from the team. I think the confidence has gone from everyone in the team.
Get Giroud in.
I don't think he'll leave Chelsea, Chris. Unfortunately,
I've been saying that for ages.
No, but Frank Lampard has actually said he will go. He will let him go.
Tell me, what's the point? What's the point?
So we need to get Giroud and we need to get him in quick.
To do what? To play where? We don't play
with Vardy.
One striker does not work.
He won't play to front because then you can drop Madison. But you can't play. But he doesn't play the way that we play as a team. You want it on his head. We don't play that. We don't play that way.
That comment then from Steve, Jamie Vardy last season, obviously was the best. That's my profile picture on the PS4. That is a bit amazing. Right, Jamie Vardy, that is the best celebration ever. The fact he's in front of the Sheffield United fans. Obviously, it's not, there's going to be no fans there. Obviously, I'm gutted. I can't go to Bramall Lane Sunday. It's my local game usually.
Sorry.
As well, and it sounds like something's happened.
And if you think Vardy would look to play with another striker up front,
just got Arsenal
scored
yeah.
There's fans at the Emirates, isn't there?
Yeah, there is fans at the Emirates tonight. That's what I was going to say. And that Lacazette has just scored a 40-yard scream into the top corner.
Wow.
Guys, Gary's put a comment on here. I don't know who wants to have a go at having a chat about it.
Why don't you talk about a negative manager? Yeah.
Yeah. No. Does anybody want to talk about Brendan today? Because we praise him when he's good. Did Brendan get it wrong today? Or do you just think, no, fair enough, we've lost. He made some choices and he got it. And it didn't work out.
No, he did the right thing tonight. He really did. He really did the right thing because, as he rightfully said, three of the players he left behind have had international matches. They needed a break, and obviously, potentially, we need Vardy on Sunday. So, no, he did the absolute right thing. We should have still potentially beaten the team tonight, even with the team we had playing. It just wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I mean, he played four, yeah? He played a four at the back, didn't he? So if we played the five at the back, then there would be people saying, well, why are you playing five at the back against some Ukrainian team or whatever they are? You know what I mean? So you can't just pick and choose, really, which is, I think, we get a lot of. It's difficult. I mean, there were people, there's people who don't really say anything at all on social media when we're winning. And then as soon as we're losing, they start posting about we need to out our manager, and it's ridiculous, really. Look, at the start of the season, a lot of fans really didn't expect us to do that well. I mean, me and Josh did a poll on our show, and the consensus was, and this is from people who are on, just on this show, normal Leicester fan TV viewers. A lot of people were saying, 8th, 9th, something like that, 7th, 8th, 9th. Where are we now? We're still 4th? Are we 5th? Is that where we are in the league?
We're fourth.
Yeah. Still 4th.
So yeah, we've had 4 bad games. So what? You know what I mean?
But, Locks, that might be a different conversation come Sunday.
Yes, but we're not. We are currently, in 4 months' time, if we're in 10th in the table, then yeah, I'll completely understand, some criticism that comes in. But we've lost a few games. It was after the international break. We still haven't played our full strength team, and we definitely haven't done that in the league. I think today, and I know we can't always rely on them, but I think today, if Evans, Tielemans, Vardy, Maddison were all starting, we'd have won the game today, in my opinion. So I don't think, if you're ever going to cut the manager a bit of slack, do it when we're missing first-team players and we're sitting 4th in the league. That's when you need to cut a manager some slack. And unfortunately, I don't. Some people are still, Rodgers out. I think that's ridiculous at this stage. At this stage, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
but what do I know?
I agree a lot about that. In regards to Brendan Rodgers, he's with Rodgers. He's a master plan. Sometimes, like Arsenal, we went in with a game plan. We stuck to it. That was fantastic. Went to Man City, just hold off, boom, attack. I think we play better when we have less pressure. Meaning, like possession. Let me rephrase that. Possession. 29% possession against Man City. We win 5 goals, and we had a lot of possession the other day, and then tonight and the other games, and we've lost.
Well, I was just going to say, quickly, coming to that point Rob just said about we are better and we don't have possession. But that's basically what's happened in the last 18 months since Rodgers has come in. Against any team that comes and sits with a big, a solid blanket of players in front of us, we can't break them down. Now, look, I praise Brendan Rodgers. He's been brilliant since he's come to the football club. But at some point, we can't, carry on losing to Villa, losing to West Ham, losing to or drawing with knowledge, because we can't break them down. There's got to be a way of trying to work around breaking teams down, or you've got to play a plan B. And at the moment, Rodgers doesn't play any plan B.
He needs a B. He needs a plan B, and he doesn't have one.
Chris, Jack, and Ross, I'm going to let you guys go. Guys, thanks a lot for joining us. We'll see you Sunday. Thanks, Chris.
Sunday.
Thanks, Jack, and thanks, Ross. We'll see you guys soon.
Can I also say as well, Phil? Sorry, just because obviously you mentioned you said yourself, on Sunday, we might not be fourth, but I'd like to remind everyone, and it does obviously depend on results going our way, but we are only one win from the top of the table. I'd like to remind people of that as well. We are 3 points off the top. 3 points, Jamie.
I've just sat here listening to everyone. Now, when we started the restart, you can go back and see some of my videos.
Yeah.
On my Sunday morning shows and live shows we did. I started to lose the faith in Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm feeling that way now, because I think we've regressed to the same way as we're playing in the restart. There's no passion. There's no intensity. We've lost that. We've lost that, the way we used to start really quickly and put pressure on them the first 10, 15 minutes and score the goals. The Newcastle game, the Southampton games. And then we just lost it. We have not got to that. And to be honest, I'll hold my hand up here. I am losing a little bit of faith in Brendan Rodgers, to be honest. I will say that now. I am. We've had 4 games. It's not just because we're 3 points off the top of the league, Ross. Locks. We're not playing well enough to be 3 points off the top of the league. We could be mid-table by Saturday night because every team is so close. West Ham were miles away from us a few weeks ago. Now all of a sudden they're 1 point behind us and they can go above us. Everton, the football we're playing, like Phyllis said, the last 5-10 minutes of the game, why are we still playing side, back? And we do it every single game against Fulham. 80th minute, we were losing 2-0. And what we were doing, side, back. Even tonight, we were still going side, back, even after they scored. And I just don't enjoy the football we're playing. It's just that I stuck up for Puel and I got such amount of grief and stick from it on social media that now I'm going to go the other way round and say I'm losing faith in Brendan Rodgers. I really am. Not the owners or anything like that, the manager. We're just not seeing no progression at all. We seem to be taking a step back. And I don't enjoy watching it tonight. I couldn't get into it. Fulham game, I couldn't get into it. I'm just losing faith in the manager a little bit.
I was just going to say,
hates to say it, but I am.
Yeah, I was just
going to say feelings.
Between losing faith and actually wanting him gone. You don't want him gone now. You don't want him to be sacked. You don't
I don't know. Locks. I honestly do not know, pal. I really do not know. I'm starting to lose faith in the way we're playing football. We're not playing football. We're playing the same as what Puel was doing. And if that crowd was there tonight, because Rodgers has done everything he did at Celtic and everything he did at Liverpool and what he did at Swansea, and Puel couldn't speak the language. I know, Phil, I want to believe. They were blaming Puel because he couldn't speak the language. Rodgers has come in and it's not changed. It's gone backwards. I say I'm starting to lose faith in him. I really don't know whether I want him gone or not. I'm just losing faith in him. I really am.
Do you not feel that Rodgers is stubborn though? He's only got one way of playing. It's always been said. And this year he's tried to adapt that way of playing to if we play the bigger teams, he sits back. What fair play to him. It's worked against the so-called bigger clubs. But like I said earlier, we play a non-elite team who want to come and sit back and quite happy to counter-attack like West Ham did so well against us. Fulham were tremendous at doing it. And, there's nothing to change where he needs to be less stubborn and go 20 minutes to go, Albrighton, go and warm up, Slimani, go and warm up. And, right, what we'll do, boys, is get the ball wide, just cross it in the box, get someone to, a flick down for Vardy or Slimani, get the ball flicking around, pinging around the penalty area, then trying this ticky-tacky football at times around the penalty area. What hasn't worked for the first 70 minutes, right, 20 minutes to go, we've got nothing to lose, we're 0-0, we're 1-0 down like we were, or a goal down against Fulham when we needed a change of plan, a change of empathy to try and get something from the game. I will say back to the Fulham game, it does not help for me when players who cannot get the ball past the front man at a corner. What was it, 57 corners now without a goal? It isn't.
Yeah, the last one was the Norwich game.
And that was
today. That was the last goal from a corner. Madison, why is Madison taking that free kick? As soon as he came on, he didn't beat he got it over the wall, and then he didn't beat the first man. They're paid £100,000 a week, or however much it is. Can't they practice kicking it over a man from 10 yards away? How does that work? I'm sorry. That's not Rodgers' fault. That's the player's fault. But you tell me, what's the difference between now and when we restarted in the football-wise? What is the actual difference at the minute, the last 4 games? Because I can't see an awful lot of difference at all.
Jamie, I think my opinion on Brendan Rodgers is that he's built... For a start, I think he did take over some good players from Puel, and I, like you, backed Puel right up until the day he got the sack, and I was saying he's trying to build youngsters for the future, and he was changing a team. But Brendan Rodgers, I think, inherited quite a good set of young lads, and he's also added to that quite nicely with the recruitment to Leicester. But when it worked, my opinion of Rodgers is he's got one way of playing, and when it works well, and it can work really well. But when things aren't working, it seems like he is so single-minded that he can't change it. And we don't seem to have a different gear. And I've said it before, when I've watched Liverpool, even last year when they won the Premier League, Klopp gets them in different gears. And sometimes if you watch Liverpool, they'll go, we're gonna have to play long here. We're gonna have to plop the ball forward and we're gonna have to go route one. And they seem to have 2 or 3 different ways of mixing it up. And ours seems to be subtle changes, going from a 5 to a 4 at the back or something.
So the thing is, if CK has made a comment on YouTube, forget about the bit that I'm spot on. If it doesn't improve, things will start getting toxic again, just like it did when Puel was there. Can you imagine what it'd be like if the crowd was there? What would be happening now if the crowds were there and we had performances like the Fulham game? It's just not right. There's something not right there. It's just
I think we'd have the performances if fans were there. The performances.
I mean, like Fee's just said, the season has not long started. Give the team. You've got to include the restarts in that. Since that Aston Villa game, the last game with crowds in, proper crowds in, it's just not been right. Something has gone wrong completely. Right, we're just not playing well at all. And like I say, I changed my mind. I've changed my mind a couple of times, but I am, like I say, I'm beginning to lose the faith a little bit, to be honest, lads.
Tom, I'm like tonight, it's Europa League. We've already qualified, so the glass is half full. We are going through whatever. I'm looking forward to Sunday. I'm going to get myself pumped up for it, and I'm going to be believing by Sunday morning. Trust me, I'll be thinking we're going to win 3-0. But this time next week, we'll be having another chat because we'll have played Sheffield United and we'll have played AEK at Athens. Two considerably poor teams in the leagues that we are involved with them in. It will be a very interesting debate in 7 days' time, what we're having. Because hopefully we'll have beaten a poor Sheffield United side and a poor AEK.
Win 2 games and everyone will be happy as Larry, and
we're cruising.
We're cruising again. We're back on the wheels are, fine. They're not coming off. Lose to Sheffield United and then win a game. It's 50-50 where it's going to go. But to lose the next 2 games, I think questions, not just from the fans, but I think the club will be asking questions for me as well, because it won't be the case of losing to the AEK Athens game. It'll be losing to Sheffield United. And then next up is a game against, for me, one of the teams who are doing well this season, have had some very unlucky results against Brighton, who are playing some tremendous football at times, and are in a massive false position at the bottom of the league, and probably should be about 6 points better off if they hadn't had a penalty go against them against Man U at home in the last minute, what was never a pen, and scored a couple of goals against Liverpool the other weekend. So look, we know how quickly football can change and moods and everything like that. Let's try and be positive that we go into game against Sheffield United 2:15 kickoff, so we'll be live from 1:45 on Sunday. That a win with Vardy, Tielemans, Casper and Johnny Evans back in it will boost the confidence of the lads to get going again.
I think that's the best way to leave it, Tom. Thanks, Jamie, for joining us.
Cheers all. Sorry for a rant.
an interesting night. I think it's good. It's good that even between the four of us and between when we have fans on, we don't all agree about stuff, but we can at least. The thing that I'm not going to get into this, but at least when you disagree with somebody, do it with a bit of manners, as though we're down the pub together and having a debate. That's what Leicester Fan TV is about. You don't need to slate people off or get aggressive. So, luckily, we can agree to disagree. But Jamie, thanks for joining us. Tom and Locke, thanks for the watch along tonight.
Gray.
No, don't bother with that one, Tom.
You've just ruined it, Tom. You've just ruined it again.
Amari Gray chat.
Log him out, Phil.
Thanks everybody for all their hard work and all your comments tonight. It's been, well, the ups and downs of following Leicester City. You know what it's like. It's never easy at all, is it? So, as ever, thanks for you guys. We'll see you Sunday. Don't forget, Locks is on tomorrow night, 7:30. Cheers.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pal bank. ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans' debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.